Hi, everybody.
Hey, guys.
Hey. The guys are also here.
Hi,
I'm Doug. That's Arnie, and Ben's dealing with Tree.
I'm here.
He's here. He's here. So we're kind of like gonna get you situated over here and all that. So, Arnie, you want to take over?
Sure. We are setting up Christmas, of course. This is the 6th episode of Making Christmas here at PTV. What we're doing here is Ben is fluffing the top of our 9-foot nostalgia tree. This tree we actually call Martha. Yeah.
Take that story for a little later.
Yeah.
When it builds
So
up.
we call the tree Martha. It is our nostalgia tree. And so I'll share that story. Hey, let's see who's in the chat. I already see the Shep family. Happy Sunday, Shep. How you doing? Mike Wheeler, thank you for being here. And let's see. I also see, Disney World Freak. Thanks for joining. Good to have you. So we're just sitting out here. And Ben's going to finish that top. Then Doug is going to start working on
Moving one pile to another pile.
Yeah, he's going to light the tree. Now, this tree has different lights than any of the other trees that we have. These have the C7 lights, so they're the smaller lights that you screw into sockets and you set it up. They're usually probably about 125 lights on that tree. So,
Wow.
It's a lot.
I went 150.
it ends up being a good heating source for us for the Christmas season.
And imagine.
So it keeps the room hot. How are you doing, Lena?
I'm doing good. It is 12:30 in Kansas. I had to eat some lunch before you guys came on. And you guys, we're eating breakfast. I'm going, cool, I'm eating lunch.
That's great. Pam's fam, thank you for joining. Hello, Leanne. Good to have you here. Stevie, Lee, Mar, thank you for joining. It's great to have everyone here. There it is. Yep. The tree is fluffed.
Well,
the top of the tree. Doug gets to start putting the lights on now. So those lights are going to be like I said, the C7 lights. So.
Oh, geez. What's been going on, Shep? What's ailing you? You have diphtheria?
Not feeling better today.
I think he was running a fever and a temp is what Steve said last night on the live stream. So I hope you're feeling better, Shep.
Yeah,
it sucks being sick.
Hey, Jonathan. Hello, Zachary. Lewis, thank you for being here.
So many trees, so little time. Jonathan, you are so right.
I was sick Wednesday through yesterday. It was horrible.
Oh,
There's a lot of that going around.
yeah.
let's see. Do we want to do this view or do we want to have this view where we can see everything that's going on?
I think that's better. That way you can see everything going. That's fun. That works for me. Go back to the other one. That way they can see more of what you
That one?
Yeah, they can see everything that you guys are doing.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll keep it that way then. Let's see. We've got the hole over there. Let's move this a bit so that you don't see the hole. Nothing to see there. So
This is one
there we go.
I need to actually put it in place, but you could twirl it.
Wow, this camera's really wide.
Once we have it completely fluffed.
Jennifer Levy, thank you for joining.
Completely done.
Leanne said that Zip was setting too close to Zip on the last live stream.
Yeah, probably true. Oh goodness, there it is. It's fluffed. Okay, let me start helping with the fluffing. Let's see. I need my gloves
And a ladder.
Oh yeah, I'll get the ladder.
Yep.
So, Lena, help keep everyone entertained, please.
Oh boy. Okay. When you said Martha, it reminded me of when I was in Girl Scouts. There was a roller skating rink in Emporia, which was about an hour drive, and they had one of those big Bertha games. So when you called it Martha, I automatically went to roller skating at the roller skating rink. That's so funny. It's funny how we associate things in our brain, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Well, the mall that we go to, that is like our main mall that has our Hallmark to it, and the Disney store. Ever since like 1999 to 2000, one of my old coworkers gave it the moniker of Mickey Mall because I would go there like every week to get the weekly pin for the Millennium Celebration and 100 Years of Walt. So since the dawn of time, when we say, we're going to Mickey Mall, everybody knows it's Sun Valley Mall in Concord, California. We just don't change it. We don't call it Sun Valley. We call it Mickey Mall.
Did you see? I think Chip and Co posted it on their Facebook this morning that there's one of those Disney keys. There's a Christmas one now, and
Yes,
you can
it's
get
actually super cute. Yes, I know all about it. I'm like,
What's that? Could you tell us about that?
It's a giant key that has a castle in it, and it's an old timey key, like a skeleton key.
Okay.
And it's all Disney, and then the handle, it has a Disney D. Inside the handle, it's actually like super cute.
Is that
and the Disney store have been doing them for a few months now. They had one at Halloween. They've had random character ones, and that each store has a limited supply of them.
Oh my.
And they're free. If you go into the Disney store, as what I understand, and I could be wrong, is they're just free. They'll just give them to you. But online, you have to do an order. But maybe you have to purchase something in the store as well. I'm not 100% sure on that because my nearest Disney store is 3 hours away.
Oh wow. Hey Lothar, how you doing?
Blue Nose, welcome into the stream.
And I see Blue Nose is here. Thank you for joining, Blue Nose. Great to have you here. Let's see, Lothar. Are you guys using StreamYards? Yes, we are using StreamYards. We love using StreamYards. It really helps.
StreamYards is the first thing that I've live streamed on just because that's what I saw Diz and That crew using and Myers and the Mouse and you guys.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, if it can't be that hard to figure out. But the first time we went to live stream, because my computer is so old, I have to actually lower the webcam down to the lowest settings for it to show a picture.
Oh. Yeah, the settings are kind of funny sometimes on some of these computers. We vary from a laptop, which is about 7 years old, to the computer, which is 5 years old, and then sometimes I'll use my phone. But when I use my phone, I'm not using StreamYard because I can't initiate a stream with StreamYards on my phone.
Today, I messaged them about that, and I said, it'd be really nice to be able to use this mobilely. And they said that it's something in the future. Yeah. So,
fingers crossed. If we ask for it and they do it, guess what? We're gonna have to start paying for it because we're only getting this stuff for free. And when you start getting different multiple versions and doing it, this stuff takes a lot of resources, and it is very expensive. And how much we like this free stuff, if we start asking for more, you're gonna have to be ended up paying for it. So it's like, here, how do you want to do it? Because, you can go into, I call it subscription hell, where everything is being subscribed. I just got another one of my big software companies that I do for my business. They had to go into the subscription model. They said, no more buying full versions. We have to go that way. That's the only way to make money. But again, you add up all your subscriptions, you're looking at a couple $100, and you don't realize that because
you don't.
Like, $5 here, $2 here, or $10 or whatever. Yep. It's getting so you have to really watch it. So use what we use.
The secret bleeding of your bank account.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Well, for the 2 apps that I use on my phone to make my videos, I think I'm paying $20 a month, $25 a month, and I don't see it because it's just charged to my cell phone bill. But Mike Wheeler said, Arnie, what is the hashtag that people should use when they share their Christmas trees and decorations on Instagram?
Hashtag PTV Christmas.
I guess that's what we use.
And then Mar asks, is that the key that they give out when the store opens to the first customer? No, this is a different key. And let me see if I can find it on my phone real quick. It is, they've done several of these in the series. And I know that and like I said, I don't remember if it's just in the store, if it's here, have a key, or if it's by purchase. But I know if you buy something on the Shop Disney website while supplies last, you will get one.
Oh, okay. That's actually good to know. So the chat, check Lothar, make sure people leave the chat. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lothar. Thanks for stating that.
Here you go. And it is, you have to use the code HOLIDAY.
Oh,
and there's for online. There is the key. It's super cute. They've done everything from Toy Story, Buzz and Woody and Jessie, I think when Toy Story Land was opening. And so it's super cute. They all have been. I know that people are collecting them just because they can. And I know people in, like, I play the Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom, and people are in there trading, like, the high rare cards for these keys.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That's incredible, actually. To think that
Yeah.
you're going to trade something else to get something more that you want. Like, that's extreme collecting and trading.
Like the party cards for the Christmas party and the Halloween party, like, if you have a family of 4, you can go and get 4 cards. They just look at your band. And then if you decide, hey, somebody says, well, hey, I didn't get a Halloween party card, I'll trade 2 party cards for this key. People are just trading because they can.
That is what they'll do. That is exactly what they'll do. Oh, wow.
Pearl Manhattan would like to know if she can use that hashtag for the Christmas purses she is making.
Absolutely.
I guess so.
Absolutely. We're a community. We want to make sure that everyone knows that Pepper Treeville is a Christmas destination. So anything Christmas.
Yes, Mar, that's a good point. Jeff, Dolip Dad, wanted to trade a Halloween card for a Christmas card. So if you're wanting to do some trading and you have some of those cards, I think from this year, make sure and send Dolip Dad a message on Instagram.
Oh, he'd love that. He's all about that.
Disney World Freak says they did theirs this weekend. They'll wait till after Thanksgiving to do the yard.
Aha. Yeah, you know what? We actually put out our lights on Monday. Was it Monday?
Monday. It was
Veterans
gorgeous.
Day, so it was warm and beautiful here in the Bay Area. So we put the outside lights on our on the eve of our house. And that's all we do. We just put on 3 strands of C9 lights.
That all twinkle.
Every light twinkles.
Looks like Small World Holiday at Disneyland. Done deliberately on purpose.
So
Shep says he did the yard yesterday for the 2nd time. While you were sick, dude? That's dedication.
That's Shep, yeah.
And Pam says Ben is in red, Doug is in gray, Arnie is in the Illumination shirt for Mar.
yeah, you got to tell us apart. Shep went out sick, and Shep, you are a man after my own heart. You are a stud. Thank you, Shep. Spreading Christmas even when you're not feeling well. That's true Christmas spirit.
Not us. We get to hang out. Ow!
That's oh my gosh.
No fighting, guys. I will put you in separate corners.
Well, that wouldn't be such a bad thing because then we'd get all the work done that needs to get done.
Mike Wheeler says it's a blustery 55 degrees in Orlando. Wow, it's warmer in Kansas than Orlando.
I heard it was chilling down this weekend. A friend of mine lives in Tampa, and he watches our stream from time to time. You'll know him as Sean.
Okay.
Sean's recently relocated from Cincinnati to Tampa. And while he was really looking forward to a lot of the warm weather, he didn't realize that he would be the first person to admit that he was missing colder weather. And this week is his birthday, and he's really excited because on Wednesday, when his actual birthday is happening, it's forecasted to be chilly, and he's going to be able to wear his favorite sweater.
Oh, this is the $3,000 sweater?
No, that's a jacket. This is a different sweater, although it is a pricey sweater.
Yeah.
So that is Ben's friend who just moved to Florida, and I've taken to calling the Grand Floridian.
Yeah.
Shep says sickness can't stop Christmas.
He's right. He is so right. Yeah, that's a good point.
Mar says that he just started watching a week ago. Welcome in, Mar. We're so glad that you're here.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. So thankful to have you here.
We're really that entertaining.
Any participants in the village is welcome.
I told Sam that we needed an Instapot after watching your jambalaya video, and he goes, "Yeah, you have an air fryer that's still in the box a year later." No.
Yeah, but if you see the recipes that we do, we can actually talk you through it step by step of what to do and how to use it.
I know, but apparently I have to use my air fryer first. So that
Is it the Instapot?
Which air fryer is it? Because we're actually looking at possibly doing some videos.
I don't know. I bought it a year ago. It is literally sitting in the box in my living room.
Oh, that's a shame.
I'm telling you, that's why I don't get an Instapot, because I haven't opened the air fryer that I desperately wanted a year ago.
I want some tater tots. Can someone make me some tater tots in an air fryer? Anybody?
I've got crinkle French fries.
Oh, I love tater tots.
I love tater tots.
Have you ever had those tachos? They're like
them all the time.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's one of our, when we have carnitas in the refrigerator, it's one of our staples. It's our go-to. Doug will get out some tater tots, put down a layer, and we will just enjoy a good meal of carnitas with cheese and jalapenos, onions, cream.
Okay, we just had breakfast. You're making me hungry.
I'll say he's making me hungry, and I had lunch.
And I'm not even watching one of my burger vlogs.
Those burger vlogs make me hungry, dude.
They do.
Apparently, it has an effect on a lot of people that way.
Okay, so we're just about halfway down the tree now. I think we're making progress.
Hey, Prolini, welcome.
Yeah, Prolini, thank you for joining.
Disney World Freak says they use their air fryer for almost everything. Tater tots come out so crispy. Disney World Freak, which air fryer do you have? Because apparently they're looking at one.
Yes.
We want the Instapot one. Well,
What is it called? The Vortex?
the Vortex Plus.
Yeah, I guess it's the the Instant Vortex is what it's called.
Our Sam's Club, not yesterday, but last Saturday, had a whole bunch of Instapot accessories on sale for $20.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that when you see them like that, that's when you jump at it, because those accessories make it a lot easier to use your Instant Pot.
Okay, so now we're starting to combine categories of what we do cover here at the villa. We're unfolding a tree and talking about cooking.
Yeah, and also putting Disney ornaments on it later.
I'm confused.
It's okay. We love you anyway.
Well, I actually go through life confused a lot. My boss is always asking me, "Ben, are you all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's just I'm here."
Well, maybe Black Friday will have some good deals for an air fryer.
Yeah, that's what we're wondering. I mean, we don't know if this thing will. I mean, because it's the Instapot Plus. But you just never know what they're going to get. You know, people are going to be giving it away.
Yeah.
Like,
Welcome Phantasmic Chronicles into the chat.
Oh, thanks for coming in. Great to have you here. We're just undoing our Martha. It's our nostalgia tree.
Why don't we go ahead and talk about that?
is everybody enough here?
Yeah, we've got quite a few here in the stream.
Let me come on over there and I'll explain what's going on with Martha. I've got one little thing here to unfluff and I'll be right there.
Just go. I'll get it.
If anyone in the chat is doing Vlogmas, and I've posted this a couple times in different places, if anyone's doing Vlogmas, make sure to send me a message on Instagram with your channel link, because I want to promote as many channels as I can in my intro to Vlogmas video on December 1st.
Oh, that's great. Well, you can count us in because we're doing Vlogmas for sure.
I already have you on my list.
Oh my gosh.
Awesome. Thank you, Lena.
They're trying to decide if they've been naughty or nice on my list.
Here, I'll bring you in a little closer. So what's going on? This is our This is probably the biggest tree that we have in our forest. This is a 9-foot Balsam Hill Berkshire is a Berkshire Mountain fir, and it's somewhat wide at the bottom of the base, so it's got a good girth to the tree. It takes us a while to decorate this one. This is what we call our nostalgia tree. Now you're wondering, why do you call it Martha? Well, the name Martha came from a tree that Doug bought for his family in 2007 at Christmas time. It was from Kmart, and it was part of the Martha Stewart collection. And whenever we wanted to do,
before she went to jail,
when we put we got that tree, decorated it, and it was a 9-foot tree. They had a 12-foot ceiling in the place that they put it, so the tree looked really nice in that room. You could see all around all the sides because of the placement of the electric plug right in the floor beneath the tree. It was beautifully put. So Martha Stewart had a whole series of Christmas trees available at Kmart that year. And we happened to need a 9-foot tree. It was right there. So Doug bought it. We took it back to his parents' place and we decorated it. And the next year, they no longer needed the tree. So they gave it to Doug when he moved in here with me at Pepper Tree Villa. And that was Christmas of 2008. We didn't decorate Martha at that point. 2009 we did, though. And the thing is, we just kept calling it Martha because the name on the side of the box was Martha Stewart. So it was just says, hey, let's go get Martha. It just transferred that way. It made sense. Well, that tree, it didn't quite meet our needs after a few years. So when we replaced the Martha Stewart tree with this tree from Balsam Hill,
we happened to be at a sample sale.
Yeah, we were at a sample sale, picked this thing up for a song. And we just decided to go ahead and call it Martha simply because we were so used to calling the other tree Martha. So Martha.
What song did you have to sing to get it?
$500 tree.
I think it was a song called $199.
Trees. This was the sequel.
Who lives in Whoville? Yes, exactly. So yeah, we're doing this, and then Doug is putting the lights on the top of the tree. That you'll see right now. It's kind of like it tops off kind of funky, but that's because Doug is working on the tree. If I move out of the way, you can there's Doug right there on the couch.
So I'm wiring in the screw-in bulbs.
The C7s. We have an assortment of types and colors of those lights. So Doug takes his time. Once he puts all the cords on the tree, then he takes his time putting the lights on because he wants to make sure there isn't a blue bulb next to a blue bulb. So he is just constantly playing with the colors. And then with the final design, he steps back and says, that's it. We're ready to decorate.
Yeah, but you have to determine what the front of the tree is because the front does not spin.
Yeah, that's true. He steps away and then determines what the front of the tree is after he's put all the lights on. And then we turn the tree into place.
Noah just jumped into the stream a little bit ago.
Oh, hey, Noah.
Lothar wants to know what your dinner plans are for tonight. Are you going to be making something or are you going out?
Oh, good fun. We haven't gone that far. We have been a little crazy. I haven't planned my meals.
Yeah, we were out of the house all day yesterday. And so we didn't have time to go to a store to buy any groceries
what
or
we do is
plan
we
menus.
usually plan all of our meals in a week in advance, and then we go shopping for that stuff. So I generally know exactly what we're going to have for 5 days. Sometimes on the specific day what we're going to have. I haven't gone that far yet. But we did run out of milk this morning.
I got my HelloFresh box in yesterday, but I was bummed because they sent me the wrong meal.
Oh, no.
They sent me a lemon chive chicken instead of chicken parm, and I was really looking forward to the chicken parm.
You know, I'm sure the lemon chive would be good, but
they gave me a credit of $18 onto my account that I can use once I don't have a coupon. So
okay, well that's good. You see, I wouldn't mind lemon chive, but when I'm expecting chicken parm, I want chicken parm.
Well, when you ring that bell and
Yeah.
you're expecting.
Okay, Amy, thank you for stopping by. We'll see you soon. Yeah, so that's the story of Martha and how this tree got the name of Martha. So I'm going to continue fluffing, and let me go ahead and
How are you guys doing on your watch hours?
watch hours. The last time I checked, we are at 3,600. So we
You're
need.
getting close.
We're
You
getting-
may guys might make it by Christmas.
Yeah, I think so.
We may make it by the end of November.
If streams like this keep happening, that might happen.
Guys, if you aren't doing anything and you're just kind of watching a movie, pull up Pepper Tree Villa, put a few of their videos on your phone, and just put it on silent and run your playlists.
Thank you.
That's what I've been doing.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Let's see. Where are you at on the tree now?
There are 3 levels left.
3 levels left. Okay, let's go ahead and put
Yeah,
this
you-
down just a bit so we can see what's going on.
Yeah.
There we go.
If you want to like turn it a little bit over to the other side of the tree. So
Other side of
yeah,
the tree.
there you go.
Like that?
You sit on that side and we'll just twist the tree.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, I'm going to join Ben on the other side of the tree, and I'll be right here. Now let's see which level. Okay, I see where you're at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once we're done with these, we're going to start unboxing all the ornaments that go on this tree. And we have what, 6 totes full?
6 totes full of ornaments, yeah.
And this past year, Arnie and Doug have hit up a lot of estate sales. Doug's always on search for another cookbook. And a few of those sales, they happen to come across some extra Christmas ornaments. So we're adding a lot of those ornaments that they've acquired to this tree. And being that it's called a nostalgia tree, it's kind of a catch-all for a lot of different ornaments. We have things that date all the way back to World War II, when only plastic ornaments were kind of sold at the time due to rationing of different raw materials. And we acquired some of those from our grandmother before she passed.
That's awesome.
But because it's deemed a nostalgia tree, anything pop culture can be thrown into the tree as well. I found a blank, realistic 8-track tape that had been sold at Radio Shack, and we're just going to throw the tape into the tree.
I love that. Before my parents would buy me a CD player, because my era was the era of CDs, I had to prove that I could take care of my dad's old stereo system. And it was a radio, cassette player, 8-track, and vinyl stereo system. And I wore out both the 8-track and vinyl record of Beach Boys' Endless Summer.
That's funny. Beach Boys' Endless Summer is a good album.
Do you have it digitally now?
I do. It's on my phone. I
Okay.
also have found last year I had a whole bunch of Kohl's cash, and I got Sam a record player at Kohl's for free for Christmas. And we kind of go to different estate sales like you guys do, and we look for records, and I found 4 copies of Endless Summer.
Oh my gosh.
I buy them when I find them because I will wear them out because it sounds better on vinyl.
Yeah.
Vinyl's really, really, really coming back.
It really is.
Yeah, it's a great sound.
And Cargo's here. Hey, Cargo.
Hey,
Cargo.
Hi, Cargo.
Hey, Candy Mom. Candy Mom's in the chat.
Candy Mom, thank you. Good to have you here. Yeah, so we have other ornaments that we put on. Just friends bring them over, whatever. We have some ornaments that we'll be putting on this year for, gosh, all sorts of people that have been giving us things personally here at our place. So we'll make sure that a lot of those ornaments are given good, prominent spots that people can see them and they can know that those ornaments really mean something special to us.
Yeah, we have a lot of memorandum ornaments of
In memoriam.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Leanne said that she got to see the Beach Boys last summer. in concert. That's so cool.
That is cool.
Beach Boys are also part of the Alabama tour, and they are actually going to be down in Wichita, which is about an hour from us. They ended up having to cancel and reschedule because one of the guys from Alabama was having heart problems.
Oh.
Yeah, those guys are getting up there in age. They're Social Security age.
Then? Huh? You were in the second level? Oh, I missed that, didn't I?
Yeah.
My bad.
Look what
Here
you
we go.
did.
Mouse Talk's here. Hey, Walt.
Hey, Walt, thank you for joining.
He says just jumping in for a minute to say hi and to hit the like button.
Oh, thank you,
Thanks.
Walt. Yeah, I've been seeing some of his progress on his Instagram account of his setting up his Christmas decorations, and they're looking good.
Yeah.
I didn't end up throwing the tree out the window, so
Oh,
I was so mad.
well,
There was
It
another
has
that said that exact same thing. They're like, now I can see why the pre-lit is not all it's cracked up to be. And
agreed.
it's yes, you can find a beautiful tree and it looks really good, but that's what it is. It's twofold. There's something about it. The cord will get frayed. It can snap. The cords only last so long, and some of the lights, even though they say instant on, that's not exactly always the case. One of those lights can throw a fit, and half of the tree doesn't work, and you cannot find that light that is, now
the one that's being temperamental.
yeah, the one being temperamental. But really, the main reason outside of that is we're very heavy-handed on lights. We really like tons and tons and tons and tons of lights. So they're just too skimpy for us. So it's like we go through the labor of love because it just brings us the joy and we get what we want. That's what really it is. So those are the two things. But I don't diss them. I think they're convenient and great, but they just don't work for us.
I get that. We ended up my mom looks for bubble lights on clearance, and she ended up giving us a couple boxes of bubble lights and a couple strands of these poinsettia lights. So we did those, and we did light pink and gold balls, and it kind of looks very Victorian.
Oh, very cool.
That's very pretty.
Oh, that's
Peaches
great.
is mad though because it doesn't have the little white lights on it, and she liked laying under it because they would get closer and she would stay warm. So she's mad at the tree.
Oh, Peaches.
Is Peaches a
The cat.
Peaches the cat? There's Dina the cat, Peaches the cat.
I'm ready to.
She's my baby.
Yes. Okay, let's go rotate.
There's a lot of cat.
Okay. How's it going up there?
You want me?
Yeah.
Screw the lights.
Donna Jaworski's in the chat. Hey, Donna.
Donna. Welcome. I saw Donna with Rob Fuzz yesterday on his quick stream from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Oh, it was good to see her. It's always good to see Donna, though.
That's true.
It just lights up my day.
Candy Mom says Steve said he needs Doug's gloves. He was touching pictures he got from a coworker. Oh yes.
What?
That Steve shared him on a live stream. It may have been with Dole Whip Dad, but he bought a whole bunch of 90s lithographs from someone at work that they had them in a closet and didn't want them. And some of them are framed and some of them aren't, but they're absolutely stunning. But he didn't have gloves, and everyone was going, "Where are your gloves?"
You started a trend, Doug.
Yes. And I've been had to do it even when I touch a tray out of a restaurant. I was mortified because I never saw the video. And I was like, "Oh, let's finally put it on." I just stop it and I said some colorful language.
But it's true. They are makeshift gloves. I do the same thing.
Oh, I didn't want to touch anybody's cooties.
It's amazing to me that those fast food restaurants will have these trays that are, to my knowledge, never washed. But then they'll put tray liners down on them where people are going to have their food. And then they'll put the bottom of a dirty tray right on the tray liner and just stack them. That just boggles my mind.
Yeah, I whenever, even if we're gonna eat in like McDonald's or Burger King, we always have them put it in to-go bags so that we can lay the bag down and put our food on top of that.
That's
smart.
actually a good idea.
Yeah, if you go to some place where you know that's a common practice, ask for the stuff to go and do your own thing.
Yeah.
Even if you're going to sit there, they're going to charge you the same whether you eat in or out.
Yep.
That's a good angle. Thank you, Lena. I'll keep that in mind.
Cargo says, I can't picture Doug using colorful language, but I bet it would make me giggle.
If we were on our own private stream and they're not living in the world and we were just chatting like on FaceTime, it might happen.
Cargo,
It will happen.
Cargo. I think it would make you more than just giggle.
Tina McNeil, welcome to the chat.
Well, thank you. Okay.
Is that it?
Now I got to figure out how I'm going to do this.
Rockin' Robin.
How am I going to do
See ya.
this? How am I going to do this?
We're just about done.
Mike
No, no,
Wheeler
no,
says,
do it
Donna, do you see what shirt he is wearing? Is the farewell to Illumination shirt you got him?
These two.
Ta-da!
I know they're fake.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure
Ta-da!
out. Okay, what do I have to do? Is put it.
I
up
love this
there.
shirt.
I'm gonna put it.
I
up
see it in
there.
the drawer. I put it on, and it doesn't remind me of Illuminations. It reminds me of Donna.
That blew me away. How did she even know?
That's that just makes me feel so good and so happy and blessed and grateful.
Just kind of have a little shedding, but not bad.
No, it's normal.
Not like that one we had. I think it was.
Yeah. Oh, the other tree that we had that was shedding had alopecia. It was completely falling apart.
I'm freaking out. How do I do this?
Okay. I think I'm done,
I
Ben.
have to do this.
If you guys haven't done it already, please make sure to smash that like button and make sure to share out the stream on social media so other people come in and watch as Doug, Arnie, and Ben transformed their villa into a winter wonderland.
Thank you.
Oh, you're too kind.
It's been a long transition, but we're
Yeah,
on the scratch.
I'm
You should just leave it up.
I so want it done.
I think
that's it.
We're fluffed.
I think we are fluffed. We are completely ready to go here.
What's wrong with my foot? Okay. All right. Now.
So now Doug will go around the tree and put cords in place. And Ben and I are going to start. Sorry?
Mike Wheeler says, I can use some colorful language too, like blue, green, yellow, magenta, and aqua.
That's funny.
Oh, Mike.
Good to see you.
Mine starts with an S, an F, an A. Hey, he's like called colors. I'm just telling you mine. Where's the star? I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do it.
Let me find the star for you. I'll be right back.
It should be right here. I thought I saw it. It was right here. Where? It was right here. It's not there.
Okay, so what do you all want to know?
Mike Wheeler, you crack me up, dude.
Magenta, aqua, awesome. Lothar, I can't share. I have no friends. Well, you have friends here, Lothar, so no worries. You can always turn to us. We're here.
Alex Bruner's in the chat.
Alex, welcome. The tree is huge. If you're just joining, this tree here is a 9-foot tree, and we do have 9-foot ceilings here in the family room, and it's a stunning tree once it gets all decorated. This is one of my favorite ones in the forest. We've got the crystal tree in the back over here that's completely done. And over off to the right, we have the peppermint gingerbread tree, which still needs its decorations as Arnie does his best Vanna White impression. But we are hoping to get as much done on this tree today. This one is really labor intensive. After Doug gets all of his lights all lit and all that, it'll take all three of us putting the ornaments in place just to make sure that everything gets done in a timely manner. And Doug is more of a behind the scenes person when it comes to Christmas decorations. He does a lot of the tchotchkes and environments around, not necessarily the physical trees. He's responsible for the tops of cabinets, hutches, and alcoves, and above cabinets in the kitchen, and the kitchen counter he can do as well. That's just the jobs that he has taken on himself. Arnie and I are primarily the ones that do the trees.
Yeah. And it keeps us
Stacy Herder's in the chat too.
Stacy.
Hi, Stacy.
And Robert Rivet is there. Robert, hello. How are you doing? Thank you for joining.
Candy Mom is there. This is going to be a tourist location next year.
Robert's a good personal friend of mine.
Disney World Freak says, my wife Suzanne is new to you guys. How many trees and how long does it take to take down after?
Oh, take down after is not a problem. Everything can usually be taken down and put away within about a week, but it takes us 2 months. And 2 solid months right now of weekends to put everything up.
Yeah, we do it primarily on weekends simply because that's the time that we have.
What do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire? Frostbite. Thanks, love. I like that.
Robert's asking, hi,
hey,
guys.
Charlie. Welcome.
Let's see. He says, Charlie's here too. Good. Yeah. So Robert is asking, hi, guys. What tree number is this? Are you breaking a record this year?
We had 25 trees last year.
We're close to having 25 trees set up. We just still have to fluff and decorate some other things. But right now, we still have to put decorations on, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trees so far.
The one in the kitchen?
7 trees. We still have 7 trees to decorate. But we're getting there. We're getting in pretty good shape.
We've still got another weekend prior to Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
They do have more trees than the tree trail at Disney Springs in Orlando.
Yeah, but you see, the tree trail in Orlando has multiple tree artists putting things together, and all of theirs are full-size trees. Ours are not.
I think a lot of them, though, are just kind of like stored, ready to go. So they're decorated once, and then they just wheel them into place.
Yep, that's exactly it.
Probably the case.
They're not.
Judy Hazel, thank you for being here.
And they're sparsely decorated.
Hey, Christy, welcome.
I mean, they're not really
Christy's
much
Corner, thank you for joining. Good to have you.
All right, we need to start unboxing ornaments.
Yeah, we do.
So how do we want to do this?
Well,
do we want to move the tree back a little bit and sit in front of the tree, or do we want to?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, Doug.
We're just going to do a little logistics here, and we'll be right with you.
Hey, Christy's Corner.
Let's go ahead and do this.
Hey, Christy's Corner is 9 away from 1,000 subscribers. So if you have not,
wow,
I know, right?
Anyone, if you're there in our chat stream, please go and subscribe to Christy's Corner. You won't regret it. She does some great stuff. She is so kind, so nice, has been very supportive of our channel too. So please go and subscribe to Christy's Corner.
Unless oh yeah, you're right.
It has to actually stay here, you guys. You're gonna have
okay,
to
then
move.
we'll set the table over here.
Yeah. No, this has to stay put. That's why I kind of need.
We can set the table.
It could only go back maybe 6 inches, but really it
No.
can't move.
We'll just move. We'll move the laptop and camera over here. We're good with that. Okay, you guys, we're gonna go to a different vantage point. Arnie and I are gonna be sitting on the other side of the tree while Doug lights it, and we're gonna be setting you up. So you'll watch me and Arnie while Doug does his magic.
Yeah.
Road trip. Yay.
Well, we're gonna set that here.
Yeah, we're moving the computer. So hold on. Let me get this one too. Let me get rid of my gloves here.
All right, everyone, hold on. It might be a bumpy ride.
Being like moving the audience of Honey, I Shrunk the Audience. All right, let's go ahead.
Leanne says, I just started my food shopping. Is there anything anyone needs?
I could use some shrimp.
We ran out of milk.
Potato chips.
And maybe a loaf
Chocolate.
of maybe that's a loaf of sourdough bread.
Sub sandwich.
Ooh, sourdough bread. That is my favorite.
So there
And
we go.
I need to figure out how to make it gluten free though.
I wonder because it depends because the starter has to eat yeast and things like that, doesn't it?
The yeast isn't the part that bothers me. It's the flour itself.
Yeah, the wheat flour is what really bothers it.
Yeah. And I go through spurts where I can eat it, and then I go through spurts where I can't. And eventually I have to just give in and say I can't, but it makes me sad.
Does that make you feel sad?
It looks like it's on the air with Arnie and Ben.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you're not.
We're going to be
able
reading the
see it.
news. I'll have to post a picture. I took a picture yesterday at a TV station, so I'll have to post that one on social media. I'll do that a little later, and I'll explain it at that point what's going on with that picture. But
Ooh, Pam says she's eating chili cheese dip with chips. That sounds good.
okay, I need that. Please share.
Chili cheese dip.
Yeah.
Blue Nose says croissants, honey ham, and cheddar cheese, please.
That sounds good too.
Stacy says she's eating chocolate-covered gummy bears.
I could go for a pilgrim sandwich. Doesn't that sound good?
Yeah, we have everything to make it except the bread and the
Pilgrim sandwiches from Port of Subs. There we go.
I was gonna say, what is a pilgrim sandwich?
It's Port of Subs is a local sandwich shop that we have here. Started in Reno, Nevada. Doug happened to work that was his first job, wasn't it, Doug?
Yes. No, I'm like trying to rig this star up.
So, for those of you familiar with the movie Christmas Vacation, here's the squirrel that goes in the tree. Oh wow, I forgot about this one. What? This one here.
Oh,
Here.
Noah says she needs Christy Corners. Does she only need one more subscriber, Noah?
Yeah, where is Christy now on her subscriber list?
Let me look. It says 1K on my phone.
Oh, congratulations, Christy. That's fantastic.
That's amazing.
I'm
Congratulations.
glad it could happen during our
Look at
stream.
that. That's awesome.
I'm so happy it could happen during our stream. That's fantastic.
Yay, everybody put hearts in the chat for Christy making 1K.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So, I forget which cast member from. Maybe it was Louise. I'm sure it was Louise. She was probably the closest cast member we had when we were living in Southern California.
That was Louise.
And she went to a family Christmas party at Disneyland. And so they gave away these satin ornaments. It says Season's Greetings. And then on the back it said Disney 1996 Family Christmas Party. She gave us her ornament because she didn't really decorate a tree herself like that. And she knew that we loved having things.
Stacy says we are on our way home and passed someone peeing on the side of the road. 'Tis the season.
Tis the season.
How awful.
Well, I only did that because I was stuck in traffic coming back from Los Angeles. So we were literally dead stopped. So I figured, you know what? We can't go anywhere and we're out in the middle of nowhere. So guess what? Just head behind, the car and...
Find a tree.
Yeah, I was actually in the medium in the guardrail, but when you're desperate and you literally can't get over in 4 lanes of traffic, stuck in the middle of nowhere in Central California, it just... Modesty goes out and you just don't care.
I get that. When Sam was on active duty, we were stationed up at Fort Lewis up in Washington. And before we could go to the marriage retreat, they wanted him to do a UA test. And he couldn't go. And they finally got they were pumping it full of coffee and water and everything you could think of. And they finally got a sample and we could go. Well, we were going to Skamania Lodge in Oregon, and we're up on the top of the hill, and he's like, I can't wait. We're like 2 minutes, and I'm like, do I need to call the state of Oregon because there's going to be a flood, I think.
I like what Jonathan Chong says. Being on the side of the road, or he says, or is it just washing the tires, as we used to call it, in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah. Or checking the engine, as my dad used to say.
Checking the engine.
Look, I still got to cover that up, but that's
nice. Oh, that's nice, Doug. He's got the star wired in place. Now, hopefully, it'll all fit. It won't be too tall.
This is a brand new star this year.
Here, do you want? Let me help you with that, Doug.
Yeah, let's.
I need to help Doug tilt the tree so that he can get the top in place.
Well, I just need to.
Here, let's move this forward a bit.
Miss Stacy says it's snowing, but not enough to make yellow snow.
Okay, let's go. Okay. Okay, that's not going to work. That's not fancy. Let's get this down.
Do you need some help there?
No.
Okay.
No, he's got to drop the star just a bit, otherwise it won't sit the right way. It is a 9-foot tree. It was 9-foot ceilings, so it's kind of hard to get it in just right.
Christy says she had to restart her internet, so she's just now seeing that we're all congratulating her on making 1K.
Oh,
Congratulations.
That's fantastic. Congratulations, Chris. You've been working hard on
you
that.
have been working hard. Congratulations. Well done.
I posted it out on my Instagram and Twitter last night, so.
How far along are you, Lena?
I'm at 150.
That is a pretty good
We were
milestone.
100, what, 200?
And when did you start your channel, Lena?
At the end of July.
Okay.
You're at 150 at the end of July.
We were 100 or 200 for 2 years.
It took us 2.5 years to get to 200.
So
we were doing and we were just playing around. There was none of this stuff.
If I hit 1K at any point, great. If not, I'm enjoying doing the videos, and I've met so many awesome people, through, YouTube, you guys, and Mike Wheeler, and Stacy Rogers, and Pam's fam, and I just can't list them all. Everyone's just been so awesome and welcoming and supportive. Christy,
So true. It is so true. You ready to try that?
Let's try this.
Let me try that again.
If not, I'm gonna have
Take 2.
Take 2.
Stacy says, "Congrats, Christy. We've been at 501 for a while now. It gets frustrating sometimes."
Yeah.
Okay. Seriously?
Oh, geez.
Okay, what I'm gonna do.
Noah is 9 away from 600. So if you have not subscribed to Noah, please go check out his channel.
Wait, I have to take this thing off.
Okay. Noah's such a support too. He's always there, making sure that everyone's following everyone. Noah, well done. Disney World Freak. I'm at 33 and just fine.
Yeah, considering that we've been at it now for a couple of years and we're finally growing, and we're really close to that magic number of 4,000 hours. I never imagined that would happen. I'm floored.
Yeah, when they put in the new rules with YouTube, we thought we can never get there.
We didn't even think this was even going to be possible. Is it even worth it, or what are we going to do? And then we just said, when you have a YouTube channel, and that's with anything, and I do with marketing with businesses, what are your focus? Why you're doing this? And that's the most important thing you need to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have a focus and reason, then you're doing it. But if you're, you just, okay, that's much better.
It's kind of like what Jeff was saying last night, and I think Lynn kind of piped in on it too. If you figure that if someone sends you a $1.99 super chat, I guess YouTube is only going to give you 40% of that. You're not getting that full $1.99 super chat.
No, you don't.
So
No, they keep about 30, 20, 30, 40% of it, something like that. It's a high percentage.
You're not, unless you've got millions of subscribers, you're not making much of anything.
This is to help pay, for like take you out on a nice meal once a month, or buy extra craft supply or another cartridge for the cricket. This is not to be the end all and that you can just go off on your own.
No, granted, there are channels that are doing it, but they've been doing it for years.
YouTube takes 40% average. There it is.
Where's Stanley?
Stanley's in the garage.
Stanley is our lab.
Disney World Freak says, I'm privileged enough to be a channel enhancer for all my favorites like you guys. I'd rather share and push for subs than try to do what you all do. Well, there has to be people to watch too, because
that's just as important.
You guys will probably agree with this. Trying to make sure that videos are recorded and edited and then watch them back through and upload and get it all done takes 90% of your day.
It does. It takes a lot of time. But it's one of those things that did you get the discs?
No.
Then it's just
something they get packed correctly.
something you get packed. Okay.
Perlini, I agree. Some people aren't in it to make money, and I know I'm not. I'm in it to enjoy it and, have fun and, get to kind of hang out with, Pepper Tree Villa, and I get to hang out with Mama Mouse, and
Yeah, you get to hang out with wonderful friends that you know.
exactly. Well, I've got my camera focused so you can't see the disaster, which is my craft room. If you'd like to see the disaster, which was my craft room, and it's back again, I actually videoed my craft room and all of its crazy messiness, and I actually put it on my channel.
Mike Polito's asking, how many trees are we doing this time? Right now, we're working on one. If we can also get a second tree done, we'll do that. There are also 3 small trees that are in the village that we decorated earlier this week. We have to decorate those too. So I don't think we'll get to those on our stream, but we'll probably get to them today. And Doug is... Wow.
That's...
Never thought it was going to be that.
It's too big for the top of the tree.
No, it's fine.
No, I just have to
wire it in place.
wire it, move it down.
Okay. He's getting the tree topper in place.
This is what the white one was like too.
Yeah.
Oh, it was like that?
It's just,
Okay. Well, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. And it does have its, it kind of leans against it. I mean, it's not hideous.
So you're able to live stream with your phone when you hit 1,000, but you have to be approved by YouTube. They actually have to go in and send you the blessing. It takes about a week to, sometimes it takes 3 weeks to get to that spot. For us, we were very fortunate. We got it in about a week. And then I got the email saying, you're blessed, you can go. They give you your community tab almost immediately. Like within a day, all of a sudden it just appears.
Perlini says, some of us just love the real. Some people don't like edited videos. When I say edited videos,
Chef, thank you so much. Thanks for being here. He's going to be here.
When I'm doing a craft video, because typically I'm over the top of my tripod looking down through my phone trying to craft underneath it. When I hit stop, I probably have 2 or 3 seconds at the end that is me doing something stupid, trying to get the recording to stop. When I edit, that's all I do, because I record in segments. If I don't like it, I stop, delete it, and I will go back and redo it.
Yeah, we'll see you soon, Shep. Oh, I see that we've had Chelino Sanchez join and Disney Boffins. Thanks for joining. It's great to have you. The Disney Boffins are from the UK.
Welcome in from the UK.
For those of you that do not know who they are, so kind. Thank you. Okay,
We need more trays.
Yes, we do.
Arnie's going to trade out some trays here.
These trays are full of ornaments now, so
Christy says, I edit a lot of my videos, but I try to keep some bloopers in. You'll see some bloopers in some of mine for coming up. Sam's decided it'd be funny to come up and tickle me as I'm trying to do a video.
Yeah, Donna, she wouldn't have the slightest idea how to edit something. And Donna, I was right there with you about 4 months ago. I learned the process from Arnie, where did you learn the process?
Charlie taught me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Our really, really good friend, Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie was very special for us. Okay. These go on inside too, huh?
Yeah. This is not balanced, is it? Very feeble tree.
What do you mean?
It's not screwed into place yet.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No worries, Christy. We'll see you when you get back.
Who's that?
Christy's going to go post her 1K on Instagram and have to leave to do so because she's on her phone. She will be back, though.
Oh, okay, great.
So that's it for this tote? Yeah. Okay, let me get this out of the way. Hold on. Do these need these
We don't usually use
no.
those.
We'll put these back in.
Yeah.
Okay. We're down one tote. 5 more to go.
Michael says it took about a week to send him his email saying congratulations on 100 subscribers.
Oh.
Mine actually ended up going to spam, and the only reason I thought to look for it was because I hit 100 about the same time that Shep hit 1,000.
Okay.
And he's like, it was in my spam folder. And so when I checked my spam folder, there was my, you've reached 100 subscribers.
There you go. Okay.
In this case, we've got a lot of Hallmark in this box. I'm also going to go look for the other ornaments that we have.
Okay. Yeah, we did acquire quite a few more ornaments from estate sales throughout the course of the year, and Arnie and Doug are going to now try and get us to blend them into everything else that we already have here. It's going to be quite a feat. We might have to get another tote. Let's see, how do we want to do this? There's these and these. There's like 3 layers of ornament boxes in this tote. So in order to put Tetris correctly, you got to take everything out in some order, some sense of order.
I'm just going to stick these on the
What I'm
tray.
gonna do
Now,
is-
where do you guys find the most success for your estate sales?
I'm sorry, what was that question?
Where do you find your most success for your estate sales? Like, you know, close to you? Do you have to drive far? Are you going storage wars on us?
Doug actually checks every Friday morning for.
An email comes every single week. I sign up to what's literally called estatesales.org. And I say a radius of 50 miles, which I will never go 50 miles, but that's pretty much the default. And I type in my zip code of where I'm centrally located, and these people who do a professional estate sales post it on this website. And I just go scroll through it, and I look at all the cities, and they always start on a Friday and a Saturday. Most likely it's a Friday. And I happen to see if they're in a nice driving distance of like 5-10 miles or a few minutes just in the general area on my Friday, because I commute to work when I network in business with Arnie on Friday. And if I happen to see something great, like this Friday, there was nothing. And there was a couple of estate sales started on Saturday, but we were super, super, super busy on yesterday. So no estate sales, but that's how I find out is actually from a website.
But
That's awesome.
That being said, there was a time when we were meeting up with D&G Explorers, and when we were out in the Central Valley, Doug did a search for estate sales out in that area, And we did stop at about 2 or 3 of them.
Oh yeah, when I'm in the general area, I just go to the website. I type in, the zip code where I'm at, and I said, "Let's go for it." And it recalculated, and I just Google Map for where we're at, and it's like, oh, it's just like a mile or two down this area. And we went in, and I got a Mickey mug, a Disney Mickey mug through the years.
That's right.
And I walked out, and I think I paid 50 cents for it. I mean, it's just amazing the stuff that people that they have, and I mean the vintage stuff too. I mean, I'm very particular when I go. I have a focus on my categories. I look for anything Disney, of any sort of anything Disney, anything Christmas, anything cooking, and then cookbooks. So they might have a really cool pot or Fiesta ware, or it might be a color that I don't have a Fiesta ware.
Love Fiesta ware.
Yeah, we love Fiesta ware too.
I'm very particular. I mean, there's clothes and jewelry and knickknacks and bric-a-brac and stuff that is very,
Christy, welcome back.
very stuff that I picked up some just oddities of things, but it's usually books and we've found some serious treasures. I blown absolutely away. Brand new stuff. For example, we have a GE refrigerator that has a built-in water, spout with but it has that filter. It's a round, knobby-looking filter, and you put it inside the refrigerator part.
Yeah, I know the kind.
And they're like Home Depot between $50 and $60. These filters, and they last for us about a year, a little over a year. Mm-hmm. It was still shrink wrapped, brand new, and I got it for $10.
Nice.
Not bad.
So you don't know when you see stuff just laying around, and you're like, "That's the MWF. That's the brand. We need that for a refrigerator." So instead of $50, I got it for $10.
Welcome to the chat, Orlando Parks Rover.
Hey, Orlando Parks, good to have you here. Thank you. Oh wow, that's cute.
So, what do you think has been your favorite item that you found at an estate sale? Whether it's cooking, Christmas, Disney, what's been your favorite item that you found?
Turkey lights.
Yeah, turkey lights.
I did put them up this year because
fall we decorate our mantle. Well, for Christmas we decorate it with bubble lights, but at fall we decorate it with these turkey lights. And Doug loved them. We couldn't believe we found them. And he spent some time with his dad. His dad helped drill some holes in them.
Because they were from the top.
But we didn't want the cords coming out of the top. So Doug's dad took some time with a little Dremel and
recalculated.
Recalculated and drilled the holes so that the lights were in the back of the turkey, so that you could see the front of the turkey on the mantelpiece. It's great.
That was one thing. What else was
one of my favorite things that we found, which was an absolute find? Our wireless router had died. And we were desperate. We didn't know what we were going to do because they were very expensive. And, when you're budgeting every month, you need to have so much money for this. So a new router just wasn't in the budget. Well, Doug went in, and at that same estate sale where he found that water filter, he also found a wireless router. It just happened to be the brand and make and style that we were going to be buying.
Everything was perfect. The router is $150. And I've been putting it off and putting it off.
And he got it for $20, was it?
It was $30.
$30. He got it for $30.
That's so great.
$30 was
80% savings.
Yeah, much easier on the budget.
I mean, so there was that, but as in decor, there was some killer ornaments, and these couple of cookbooks I will cherish forever because I was completely blown away.
We still need to do a shoe fly pie.
Yeah, I'm needing to do a lot of.
There's a lot of cooking videos that need to happen, and that will most likely start happening after the first of the year once we're done with Vlogmas and putting Christmas away, and then we can establish some new programming for the new year.
Welcome, Duty Ron, to the stream.
Who's
and
that?
Orlando Parks Service, Duty Ron.
Oh, hey, Duty Ron.
Duty Ron, awesome.
Judy Brown, former.
And
police officer.
Orlando Parks River says, okay, I'm sure you guys have probably answered this a million times, but are you guys twins?
Arnie and I are twins. Arnie and Doug are not.
No, yeah, we're twins.
Identical. And Arnie's
You
older.
guys even sound the same.
Yeah, they're identical twins. I'm just cohabiting with Arnie.
The one to ask about whether or not we sound alike would be Mike, because since he listens to us a little more carefully, I think Mike can tell when one of us is talking and the other one is not.
Yeah, he can tell the difference.
I'm sure Mike can.
Did you
Hike
want to
and
put...
Deep is in the stream.
Oh, hey,
Welcome.
Hike and Deep. Welcome.
Awesome. Thank you for being here.
Did you want to put the batteries in this one?
Yeah.
Do you have a little screwdriver?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I just have to find it.
Okay. Oh, would that be in the toolbox
Mhm.
or okay? We have
Mike Wheeler says, really? I thought you guys were triplets. LOL.
Mike.
He knows better.
Yeah,
Shame,
you know,
shame, Mike.
Doug has a sassier tone than me or Arnie. But we've got a number of ornaments here that are the magic ones that require batteries. So we've got to open them up. I wish they would just put like little latches on these things so you didn't have to screw things in or out or whatever.
It's Hallmark. You know how they
Yeah.
like to make things mega difficult.
They don't make things difficult. They just slow down the process.
Now, do you keep your little screwdriver that you use like in one of your totes so you always know where it is? Or is it in a certain
toolkit. We
drawer?
have a Christmas toolkit.
We literally, where all of our tools, we have special pliers, a little screwdriver.
You
Extra
should do a video on that, guys.
I'm sorry?
You should do a video on that because I personally would love to see what's in your Christmas toolkit.
That's not a bad
And
idea.
it's literally
actually-
a package.
That's a good one for Vlogmas.
That's a package that we keep underneath the Christmas tree so it looks like a present.
Yeah.
But all you do is pop off the lid and it has all of our tools in case we have a crisis moment. It's right underneath the tree, but it literally looks like a Christmas present.
You mean like you buy one of those kids' toys and it takes, 5,000 hours to get all the little plastic pieces unpopped from it?
No, it's actually one of those real not craft boxes, but it's one of those pre-made boxes.
From Michael's or Joanne.
Hobby Lobby or Joanne or whatever. And it looks like a box and it put under the tree and people look like one year we were giving out packages and someone pulled it out and said, "Now there's no tag on this. Whose present is this?" I said, "Open it up," and they just popped it. I'm like, "Oh, that's very clever."
So
Because
what's your rule for Christmas presents? Can you touch one that's under the tree? Can you, if a new present's there, can you shake it? Can you look at it? Or is it a once it's under the trees, all hands are off?
All hands off.
Yeah, nobody pretty much rummages through it. Once it's put on the tree, people just let it be.
And at our place, it's usually Ben that distributes all the gifts because he's more familiar with who's given who what package. So
They call me Santa.
yeah, it's easier for him to do it than anyone else.
You need to start working on your beard there, dude.
No, I am a beardless Santa. I'm not a fan of facial hair on me. I've seen myself when I've been sick, and I'll go for like 4 or 5 days without shaving, and it's not a pretty sight. So this is actually me. I only shaved on Thursday. I try and shave about 3 times a week. I shaved on Friday. So this is the 3rd day where I'm going without shaving, but that's usually my max.
I shaved yesterday myself, but I was standing in front of people, so I wanted to make sure that I was presentable.
The
Yeah.
rule in our house growing up was that once it was under the tree, it couldn't be touched. And so I would know what the present count was when I left for school in the morning. And when I got home, I would check the tree with my hands behind my back. Well, Dad, I'm not touching. Well, Dad knew that it drove me bonkers. So he would put name tags underneath of presents so that you couldn't see the name tag. So when Dad would leave to go do something, I'd lay under the tree and quickly just pull it. No, oh, that one's for me, cool, and scoot back away from the tree.
Oh, you were naughty.
Wow, you
I
really
was naughty.
know. Holy. What was one of your most? I mean, I'm sure we're gonna do it, and the guys are gonna probably kick my butt. What is one of your most memorable, or it could be a little handful of your most memorable, treasured Christmas gifts that to this day you just remember, that you remember getting it? You know, was it a doll? What are some of your Christmas presents that to this day just still blow you away that you will never forget?
Back in the 90s, at Christmas, Mattel would bring out those big boxes of Barbie clothes. It'd have like 5 or 6 outfits, and they were like $10-$20. And my Aunt Winnie, she was technically, we wasn't even my aunt, but that's what we called her. She was my uncle's stepmom. She would buy me one every year, and we would sit and play Barbies while everyone else was like getting ready for lunch, or we were waiting to do regular Christmas presents at my grandma's. She would go, okay, you can open this one. And I always knew it was new Barbie clothes. And so she kept me in stock of Barbie clothes.
That's
Oh
cool.
my gosh.
And then the year I was a senior in high school, I came home from school one day, and there was a massive box in front of the TV. And there was like this little bitty square up at the top that my dad couldn't cover. And I was just doing my homework. He goes, you see that box? I'm like, yeah. He's like, no, that's for your mom. And I'm like, oh, cool. What'd you get, Mom? He's like, I'm not going to tell you. I'm like, okay, it's Christmas, whatever. So there's almost no presents left. There's this itty bitty little, it looks like a roll of coins under the tree. No one could touch it. Dad's like, nope, put it back. We're not ready for that one. No, put it back. So we're at the very end, and there's this massive box sitting there, and there's this little bitty roll there. And he goes, okay, Lena, that big one's yours. And my oldest brother, he's 53 now, I think, he goes, Mike, that little itty bitty one under the tree is yours. And my brother's going, wait a minute, what the heck? My parents had bought me a brand new TV with a DVD player in it, and I actually still have that TV to this day.
Wow.
It went with me to college. It went with Sam and I out to our first apartment out in Washington in the Army. It's in our bedroom now. The DVD player doesn't work anymore, but my brother's present was a Ziploc baggie of change that my dad had found in his Trans Am that he had been working on. So it was something that would already belong to him anyway, but Dad just thought it was funny that he was giving me a TV and my brother something that he already owned.
That's
clever.
That's funny. Can I get a new lid?
Sure.
Another one.
Yeah, we always have, silly, those are what it is. And again, Christmas is not about packaging, especially as we get older. Not that I don't hate the whole gift giving thing. It's just, to me, as we get older, it's not that big of a deal. It's just because it's more the season, the feeling, the sights, the sounds, the smells, more
family.
Getting a little gift here and there is it is fine, and that's what we made a point of it. Is like, please, people, a gift or two is fine. You're done, and but it's those magical moments, and and you don't really need to be lavished with you give us gifts, and I don't believe that Christmas is just for the children, and I get it that that's what makes everybody feel, but I don't think Disney is just for kids. I don't think Disney needs to be just for kids. I mean, there's so many adults.
If Disney was just for kids, then why would everything be so stinking expensive?
Yeah.
Amen.
Children have no money.
Disney knows their target audience.
And that's the thing. I kind of agree with what Doug was saying. As an adult, if there's something that I really want, then probably I'm going to go ahead and buy it. Yep. It's so hard as an adult because my parents require a Christmas list by Thanksgiving every year. And I'm going, what am I putting on this Christmas list, Mom? And gift cards offend my mom to no end. And so we really try hard not to do gift cards.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, Dad, buy me a couple new outfits. Buy me some new jeans, because my dad's thing is I'll buy you clothes. Okay, fine. We'll go pick out clothes that I like and you buy them. Great.
Go ahead.
And so, but like you say, I'd rather spending 3 years in the military and living in Washington away from family. Being with family is the number one thing at the holidays for us.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be about what you got and get anything like that. And I also believe in gift giving if you want to break it down to that. And this goes for anybody and almost to adults. But it really should be broken down either in 2 or 3 types of gifts. It's something that you want that you would generally not necessarily buy. It's just something that you've been eyeballing, that you have that itch to scratch that you've been wanting, and it's kind of cool, and it's just a really cool thing that you really want. Then there's something that you need, meaning having that really cool sweater or something that cooking utensil or a small kitchen appliance because you kind of like needed it. You've just been kicking the can down the road because you need it. It's just sometimes you just don't have the money and you don't want to pay for it right now, so you wouldn't mind getting out a gift. And then the third one would be something absolutely silly that generally you would never, ever, ever buy yourself, but it's something that is who you are. That's kind of fun. It could be a game or, something kind of just, it's a personal, fun, little silly thing. It could be a type of food. So I break it down when you feel like you're giving that one gift to somebody. I either do it's more of the silly thing, and then something that just they absolutely want that they would pretty much never spend the money on themselves, but it's just something they really just been wanting. That to me is what Christmas is. Not necessarily the need where we get a pair of Levi's or something like that. So that's how I look at presents giving.
Noah is back. I'm seeing Tina McNeil is back. Thank you, thanks for jump back in. And Cargo says, I get more out of Christmas baking and crafting with my kids than I do any presents.
Wow. Ding, ding, ding. We do what we do.
Yep.
Yeah.
For me, the excitement I get out of Christmas is by setting up and enjoying the atmosphere of a room with just a Christmas tree lit. But over the years, I have found that I find more joy in giving than receiving. And while that may sound cliche, it really makes me feel good when I'm getting something for someone that is so special and something that they didn't expect, and it kind of blows them away. Our family draws names for Christmas since we have a large immediate family. And last year, I had Doug's name. And without even realizing it during a trip to Disneyland we took in the summer last year, Doug was pointing out ideas for me for Christmas presents that I'd be giving to him 6 months later. And he was blown away.
It was quiet. That kind of stuff. And yeah, we just need to get the ladder and put it up. But it's always been there. I stare at it. It's one of those things that you will never forget. And it's one of the most cherished.
Show them the sign.
Signs, plural. There's more than one.
Well,
and I don't have my gloves.
Okay, well, go get the gloves.
Yeah, because I can't keep my going.
Jonathan says, play the gift-giving game that can ruin relationships. Set a spend limit. Everyone brings a gift. Strategy is to buy something you want. Everyone takes a turn, opens a gift, or steals an open one that someone has. We actually do that, Jonathan. My grandma is 95, and she is on a fixed income, and she got very upset that she could not buy everyone a gift like she could when my grandpa was still living. Like one year they got all the grandkids beanbag chairs, which my parents were not thrilled about because I ended up with all 3. I got my 2 brothers and mine. And so I would stack them up on top of each other and run and like leap onto them. And so then little 90s beanbag pellets everywhere. But we do a $10 limit, and I think the only person that actually sticks to that limit is my grandma. I think last year mine was 15 and Sam's was 20, I think. But like you say, you end up buying something that you would want. But we actually have high schoolers because the youngest of the great grandkids are in high school. And so when we look for something, we end up looking for something that a high schooler would like too. So I think this year we're doing one of those yardstick candy boxes from Walmart. They have like 1 foot of candy bars in them.
Yeah.
And Sam is doing Hickory Farms is open in our local mall, and they have a bundle, and it's $21 with tax here in Kansas. But it's got one of the small sausages, a cheese, and you can do the block cheese, the cheese ball, or the cheese spread, crackers, and one of the bottled sauces for $21 with tax. And so we're going to do one of those for gift exchange. I told Sam we'll probably end up buying 4 of them.
I love Hickory Farms.
Love Hickory Farms. And the day after Christmas, everything is 75% off.
Oh my gosh.
My fair lady.
Are you keeping all the ears together over there? Yeah. Okay.
That reminded me of an episode of the Dick Van Dyke Show, where they're trying to be really quiet. They're sneaking around in their house because they think there's a burglar. And Rob wants a gun, a bullet for his shotgun. Laura hid the bullet in her jewelry box. So he went to go try and be as quiet as possible. He opened up the weird music's playing. It's hilarious.
I used to watch the Dick Van Dyke Show and Mary Tyler Moore and Murder, She Wrote with my grandma growing up because dad was in the reserves, and so he was gone every weekend. So Monday through Thursday I was at home, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday I spent the whole time with my grandparents.
Yeah, for us it was not a matter that we were there with our grandparents or anything like that. The grandparents' night for us was Sunday night when we would stay with our grandfather so that my grandmother could go to church for the evening service.
We watched The Muppet Show and then The Wonderful World of Disney.
And then
Carter says, I don't know what Hickory Farms is.
It's not a Canada thing. Hickory Farms is usually mainly just pop-up stores now at the holidays, where you can get summer sausages, cheeses, mustards, and all kinds of different food products. And they're really big at Christmas time.
Yeah, they package them up in nice little boxes and things, and you can give them as gifts.
I'm tired. I couldn't find it.
For some families, they're a tradition. Every year, you get some kind of box set from Hickory Farms.
Yep. And it's only available at the holidays.
Yeah.
What were you looking for, Doug?
Okay, now
Or extension cord.
this area I'm going super sparse. I do about the top third. Is that a third?
Okay.
Is that the top third? Or what do you think?
He's determining the side of the tree at the moment right now. So
Is
that
this the top third?
yeah, that's about the top third.
About right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's determining where to put lights on the tree.
Because I go skimpy, and I mean I put some of the back.
He's a little thin with the lights on the back side of the tree because this tree does not turn and you really can't see that side of the tree.
No, it needs lights, but I don't like cram them all in the front. Okay, cramming. Sigh.
So I'm hearing buzzing. Are we getting like texts and things?
Oh no, it was just something from Twitter.
Okay. What did Mars say? You're right. There used to be a Hickory Farms store in the mall, and it's gone. Just those little booths now.
It's true.
Yeah. Well, when you have massive amounts of real estate spaces where you're leasing, and the majority of your sales come at the holidays, the rest of the year needs to be budgeted based on what you brought in for the last quarter of the year, which pays the other 3 quarters of the year. And a lot of stores have existed in that way over the lifetime of brick and mortar stores. Now with the outcome or the onset of online shopping and everything involved with that, Amazon has made a killing making sure that everyone shops with them all year round and conditions them to continue that, especially through the holidays, because it's really easy. So that's why brick and mortar stores are suffering, because they're not getting the rest of the massive sales that they had during Q4 that feed the rest of the year. So you'll have a lot of stores now that are closing up shop because they can't make a go of it.
Yeah, looking here, it says, who was it? Judy says, I missed that these stores, they used to be in every mall back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid going into Hickory Farms and grabbing a sausage or some mustard or some cheese and just enjoying it.
And they would always give you samples.
They still do.
Yeah.
And they have 5 different sauces now. They have a sweet and sour sauce now. And I told Sam that I said, I want to try that because that would be good to make like sweet and sour chicken with.
Oh gosh, yes.
What's wrong, Doug?
Mars says Amazon is killing brick and mortar stores like Toys R Us.
Yep.
Mar, on some level, I agree with you, and on
It is
some
part of
level,
the
I
equation.
don't.
I'm kind of getting tired that is the
It's part of the equation. It's not necessarily the whole thing.
no.
Right. Toys R Us has always been expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, you could find the same exact toy in 3 different places: Toys R Us, Walmart, and Target. And Toys R Us was going to be at least 25 to 30% markup because you bought it at a toy store.
Yep.
It's why KB Toys went out when I was, KB Toys was the cheap toy store when I was growing up.
Yeah.
But it was still probably double the price of Walmart.
I remember KB.
So yes, Amazon is killing brick and mortars, and I think it's doing more harm personally to the small mom and pop shops that are more specialty style boutiques than it is to things like Walmart and Target. And I only look at it that way because I used to work in the chamber office manager position.
Oh, that's
and
great.
I dealt with the small business and promoting of businesses and that. Yes, Amazon is killing brick and mortar stores, but that's why we have Black Friday, and then we go into Small Business Saturday and Cyber Monday and Giving Tuesday, because there's a push back against Amazon saying no. We don't want to buy everything from Amazon. We still want to walk into a store and have the personalized service to say, hey, Doug, how are you doing? How was that shirt that you bought? Oh my gosh, it was so itchy, I couldn't stand it. Bring it back. We'll exchange it for one that you can wear.
Yeah.
Amazon isn't going to do that. Amazon's going to be like, I've got your money, so your SOL. But a small business isn't going to do that.
Blue Nose is saying, I just watched a video from Resort TV 1 about COPPA and YouTube. And I know Steve and Jeff discussed it last night, but it's still scary. Yeah. I still have to do a lot of my research to see exactly how this could potentially affect all of our channels in our community. There's still a lot of unanswered questions, being that it's still in public discussion. It's not set yet as to how they're going to handle everything.
Oh no, the policy is not out there for anybody to read.
So
the thing is this COPPA ruling has actually been in effect since 2013. What happened was YouTube, and this is from the videos that Jeff and Steve have done. YouTube was gathering information on children, and children are deemed 13 and under. They got a fine from the FTC saying, you said you weren't going to do this. You're getting fined. And like Lynn said, their fine is nothing compared to the money that they made on ads from kids watching YouTube.
Oh, it's true.
And what it is that YouTube is wanting us as creators to self self-edit, self-monitor our videos. And Steve was saying there's a whole list of like 10 things that it has to fall in every single one of these 10 guidelines before it becomes just for kids. Now, and I did a video on it that on my personal opinions that'll go up tomorrow, but I actually have flagged my whole channel as not for children. And here's why. Because kids 13 and under do not scrapbook with a Cricut unless their parents have one. They aren't going out with their own money, generally, and buying a Cricut. They are not paying for their own trip to Disney. I, being having no kids, will not be focusing on the kid versions of things. I'm going to be going, hey, this is a great ride for adults. This is, hey, as an adult, I can still go and meet characters. Just because there's a Disney character in my video does not make it a video for kids. I think Steve and Jeff both have done great videos on them. And if you have not watched them, I recommend that you go and find those videos and watch them.
Very good suggestion.
You also hit it exactly when we were talking about driving home on Friday, because that's when all the scuttle was getting talked about. And I said, honestly, our channel is not it's not kid friendly. And what I mean by it, kids don't have the attention span, nor do they care of how to cook or what we're talking about. They're bored. They want shiny, flashy kitty things. And I'm even going to start, and I told Arnie this, and now I'm telling Ben, we're quit saying family friendly, because I don't even want that connotation out there of, sure, we're technically family friendly, but I don't want any to believe that when you say family friendly, that it can come after us and say, well, you're saying you're family friendly, but you're talking about this and, it's for the children. I'm like, no. So we're going to quit even saying that. We're just a cooking Disney Christmas show. That's it.
Blue Nose, Jeff made a really good point on that. Blue Nose says Resort TV 1 is still afraid they will be fined. YouTube is not going to fine you. And that is a big thing that both Steve and Jeff alliterated last night in the live stream. They are going to give you a warning and say, hey, you have marked this video not for children. It is actually a for children video. You need to stop that. They're going to give you 3 strikes and they're going to end up in your channel. That's what they're going to do. The FTC may fine YouTube, but YouTube is not going to fine you. Because what YouTube wants is us as creators to continue to make videos. Because they want Doug, Arnie, and Ben to reach 1,000. They have Christy that just made 1,000. They have Diz Our Dreams that just made 1,000, which is where they are now getting to monetize videos. If Diz Our Dreams, Christy's, and you and Pepper Treville all decided to stop making videos, YouTube loses money. Resort TV 1 makes massive amounts of money. Even I think in their live stream when they were showing either it was the ending of Reflections or the premiere of the new fireworks, in super chats they had over $2,000. If Resort TV 1 stops making videos, they will lose their 40% of that $2,000 income.
Yeah.
And so what they're going to do is they're going to say, hey, make sure and go over this. And I don't even know where Steve got it. If you could probably message Steve and ask him exactly where he got this list of what these 10 things are. But just having a child in your video does not make your video for children. Because to say I decide I want to have my niece Madeline in my video and we're going to bake cookies. If I'm talking to her in baby talk or we've got Peppa Pig playing in the background, then yes, that's a video for children. But most children are not supposed to be, using electronic device, like big heavy duty mixers or knives or, playing with the oven or anything. Now, my niece is in middle school, so it's a little different. But still, a child, if they watch this, they're just going to go, oh, they're making cookies. It's not the Peppa Pigs and the Barneys and the insert kids TV programming that people are putting on YouTube. That's not that. It's totally 2 different things.
Yep.
So sorry that and Jeff was talking about this last night in the live stream with Lynn, And I guess there are creators with millions of subscribers that are doing thumbnails saying something, YouTube finding me whatever the amount was, just as clickbait to scare creators. And here's my thought on that part. If my channel has 150 viewers, that is, if I put out a video, or if I'm live streaming at the same time as this big channel is, I have 150 people who are watching my channel instead of theirs. They want to scare away the little channels. They want all the focus to be on theirs because then they make more money.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they want the high-end creators, but they also want like MSNBC. They want the reputable because they're all moving over into streaming on YouTube.
That's not what she's saying. She's saying that these creators that are out there that are scaring.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Lynn was almost in tears last night. She was so worried about all this. There's people. Jeff said that creators have messaged him that they aren't gonna. They're deleting their channel. They're not gonna be creating content anymore. And I think that's incredibly sad. I think that it's a scare tactic. And I think once all the dust settles, we're all gonna see that it's no different than it was 6 months ago when this law was still in effect. The only thing we're seeing is YouTube changing the way they want us to declare our videos. Because, like I said, this law has been in effect since 2013.
You're putting a little bit more clear on it. I mean, we're not going to be affected by it in any shape or form. Plus, this is not our main thing right now. This is something we're having fun and.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not looking at it. I know some people are completely scared to death.
Massively.
Yeah, it is scary, but it's just, it's not, we shouldn't be worrying about something like that. But this is also going to show how big these companies are around and how much data is getting sucked up. I mean, the amount of information.
Candy Mom, thank you. Appreciate that.
You will know all of these words that are getting typed as in these comments. Just the words, not the people. Those words are going into a database, and then these algorithms are going in and putting and matching keywords and figuring out for artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Yep,
So
and
how
that's
they
what it is.
predict certain things. So what you're typing, I would be worried that they're watching you. But there is everything that we're typing and everything we're out there. I work in the tech industry and I know a lot of techies. And they're saying this in general terms. It's nothing to be completely alarmed of. But everything that we're putting out, our quote, digital fingerprint, is huge.
Okay.
And it's worth a lot of money.
Candy Mom was just very sweet. She said, PTV is my jam now. Can't take them from me.
And Jonathan Chong kind of summed it up in a couple great sentences. Nothing changed much except how you tag your videos for audience. Just so YouTube can say to lawmakers, we are tracking the issue. And that's exactly what it boils down to.
Mm-hmm.
It's so big. It's so freaking big. They can't monitor everybody.
Mike, no, they can monitor everyone. But Mike Wheeler says, yes, YouTube cannot take away my PTV because I want my PTV. Mike, thank you.
So yeah, I think pretty much the gist of my video is that while my videos are family friendly, you're not going to hear me cuss. You're not going to see me drinking an adult No, I can't say that because, and I don't think I said it. I'll have to go back and look now. Because we drink in Epcot, but you're not going to hear profanity. And if you're not okay with your kids seeing someone drinking in a video, then you're probably not going to Epcot.
Yeah.
But
we'll get off the subject and talk about Christmas. But what really boils down to is people need to take responsibility for self. Parents need to be parents. And
exactly.
Government and other companies should be parenting children. So it really boils down to, this is the parents' problem. They shouldn't have to be their kids obsessing or playing on YouTube all day. Okay. So let's talk about the holidays.
Yeah, Jonathan's saying, you take away PTV, you take my Christmas away.
Well, yeah.
Jonathan, thank you.
Be a parent. Take responsibility for your own actions.
This isn't a substitute for a parent.
No.
No, it's not.
And that's what we gotta boil down to instead of creating people. And that's always been a pet peeve of mine. It's like, no.
Pam's asking, what do you want for Christmas?
What do me?
Yeah.
Cookbooks.
Is there a specific cookbook that you're wanting?
I don't know. I have to think about you guys. No, I mean, I'm just saying that generally speaking. That is very kind of you asking.
Do you have the newest Pioneer Woman cookbook?
I don't know what I want for Christmas.
Well, he already got the shoe flag cookbook.
I
The shoe boy,
have it out on display. It's
Yeah.
not even with my collection. It's on a table so I can stare at it. I don't have it in my normal.
It's not in the library. It's actually on display.
It is actually there. I just stare at it. And it's because I cherish my things. I don't know what we like. It's really warm in here. I am tired of.
Oh, turn on the ceiling fan.
Ugh.
There we go. Ceiling fan is on now.
So,
Air should be circulating.
next tote.
So are you guys staying at the villa for Christmas, or are you guys be traveling?
No, we always stay here in the East Bay. All of our family is here. My brother and sister-in-law, who normally join us, they live out in the Central Valley, and they always come in. They are actually traveling for Christmas, so they will not be spending Christmas with us. But the rest of our immediate family, we've got a couple of the kids that live towards Southern California that will be joining us. They'll drive up on Christmas Eve, and everyone else lives in the immediate area. So
That's for my family. That's about him.
that's about
Mine
Ours.
is where am I? Ooh, there we are. Born and raised in Reno, Nevada, and I lived in the San Francisco Bay Area for 27 years, and my parents lived here. They retired back in Reno, and I have my older brother in Reno, so I have a little bit of family in Reno, which is about a 3.5-hour drive. It's really not that far from where we're at. So it's all progressive. Generally speaking, sometimes they were here. A couple, last year they were here. So we kind of are all over. And then I have my twin brothers in Southern California, close to Disneyland. So it depends, and they have families, so they might come up. So we're more separated than these guys. But we try to see each other, and we've also made a pact where everybody has significant others in the families that while it's great that we have to, the holidays are, supposed to be together, I make it more of, can we not always obsess that you have to be for Thanksgiving and Christmas or whatever. If we can, this year we don't, but maybe we'll do that one this year, or we'll do Easter and make it a big deal. Because it is really hard when people are separated at a decent distance to always say, okay, it's this place every Christmas, no matter what. We kind of moved on from that and say, okay, well, this Christmas I'm spending with so-and-so, I'm doing it here, or we'll have New Year's, and that will be like Christmas. Because I don't believe Christmas is just one day. To me, it's like 3-4 months, almost all year.
And
So
when you're
I could bake Christmas cookies and think it's Christmas even in the middle of in the end of January, because Christmas is actually 12 days after the 25th. So we make a big deal over those 12 days. We're still cooking and feasting and baking even after the day of Christmas. So
well,
we
being in a military family, there's a lot of soldiers who aren't home at Christmas, and
That's
so
it.
their families leave the tree up until their spouse comes home. Maybe it's either home and they're home from deployment, or they're home on R&R for 2 weeks and they do Christmas then. So it maybe they have their Christmas tree up from December to July.
I've had a lot of people literally do full on. I know exactly a person who did that. Was Christmas in July. I mean, full on decorated. You wouldn't know. They had it, and I'm like, that's cool. It doesn't mean anything. We had their niece's wedding.
Cargo has me chuckling here.
We had his sister's niece's wedding. She was the first one to get married, and she was married in a British guy. And of course, 2006, 5, 6. They were doing all the legal stuff, the legal immigration stuff, where our government's not really great at that. And he was pushed off. They were supposed to have a fall wedding, and it got pushed. and it was very devastating. And Sherry, her mother, their sister, thought, said, Megan, we're still going to do a fall wedding. It's going to have all the fall leaves. It's all going to be fall. They got married in April. So
Yeah.
I don't believe in that. It has to be that.
Speaking of Sherry, my Cargo says, our sister Sherry is my imaginary best friend. She just doesn't know it yet.
You haven't done the big display yet. Of
Cargo,
Miss Sherry
Cargo,
does.
you would love to spend some time with our sister.
She's
so crafty. You'd probably enjoy her too, Lena.
Well, let's just say my mom does all scrapbooking. She has an older Cricut, and she does those journal scrapbooking. I think I've asked you about that.
Yep, the bullet journaling. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she's always asking me, because as a graphic designer, she's like, can you rescale this text, or can you do me these box things of 4x4 or 2x4, so she can print it out. And so she's always asking me, I've seen this on YouTube, how can this be creative, because it's really creative. And she loves scrapbooking kits. And then she did, years ago, also recipe scrapbooking, where everybody would submit a recipe and you would scrapbook it, and then an 8x10. So I've been around it. My mom has some amazing scrapbooks she's done, and they're now really getting old. They're probably now over 15 years old when there was that scrapbooking kind of like Tupperware party thing.
Creative memories.
Creative memories.
It's still around.
It's still around. I
They
can only imagine they just had to modify, but I'm like,
it actually went bankrupt.
Because I thought they went away.
The original creators sold off the company, and a guy from the UK bought Creative Memories Canada and the Creative Memories overseas, and Creative Memories US was left to someone else. Well, the Creative Memories US ended up going bankrupt because they went to the more computer digitalized style scrapbooking.
Yeah.
And they were about to go bankrupt, and so the guy that owned all the other pieces bought Creative Memories US and revamped it, and it's now back to the model of when I sold Creative Memories back in 2008, 2009, which is mostly traditional, partly digital.
Yeah, I think you have to adapt, but when you go full in, there's something about, like you said, paper, scissors, coloring, stickers, stamping. I think there's something about that. And then, use the computer, because the computer and the way we can print out things on this paper, I think you need to have a mix.
Okay.
To go all in is ridiculous.
Okay, I've got a question here. Mar Blankenship heard Doug say he had a twin also.
Oh.
So that's really confused us it would really in the video.
Unfortunately, all four of us cannot be in the video anymore. Again, I'm the middle child of 3 pregnancies. My mom and dad, who will be married 50 years next February, so in like 3 months.
Oh my gosh.
So that's why February is a big month for us next month.
Yeah.
And my dad will be turning 70 also. So in February, my dad will be 70, and they'll be married for 50 years. But they had my older brother 2 years after they had me. Then they waited. My mom wanted a little girl, and they ended up having twin boys. So I have twin brothers. Well, unfortunately, in August, and I shared with all of you, one of the twins passed. So when I say I have twin brothers, he's still in spirit. I still, it's a very big deal. It's still very fresh, and the wound is still fresh. I still consider I have twin brothers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I only have one of them really, but I have my niece and nephew are still, so I still have my twin because he had children, and so that's mine. It's just been a really tough 4 months.
Thank you, Candy Mom.
Very tough 4 months. 3 months. I can't.
3
So that's what I wanted to share with you. I didn't want to be a Debbie Downer here.
But for Doug, he came into our lives almost 20 years ago, and he actually understood the dynamic of twins because he had twin brothers while growing up. So when he first met Arnie, and then he met me, he already understood that if he was going to know one, he was going to have to know the other. We were a package deal.
It was a practice deal. I knew that they could be in a way separated, but I knew one could be one. They have their own lives, but the dynamic of communication and how close, there's nothing like it unless you have a twin as a sibling, you are a twin, or you've had twins as a sibling.
This is the
That
twin.
it's
This is
really
the
weird.
twin channel. We're hearing other things about other people have twins in their families as well.
It's a weird dynamic. It's like a built-in permanent best friend that you just know. And it's like, and I've known it, seen my brothers grow up as youngins. And, now I see these two, and and then I had another set of friends that were also twins. So it was like, I was doomed from the beginning. It was like, no. I mean.
Okay.
So, what's your favorite thing to bake at Christmas?
I have actually. We have the staples, the Holy Trinity, the big three. They make these gingerbread men or gingerbread cookies.
Doug's got great gingerbread.
These chocolate crinkles, and my sugar cookies. Those I don't. If there was one year we were so crazy that I didn't get to just bake because usually we try to make like a dozen and a half. One year we went up to made 16 different types of cookies in 3 days. It was military production. We had it all down. But one year it was a lot of things were happening, so I still did it, but I only made I call it the big three. So you can't have Christmas, or the world will come to an end if I don't make those three. Now I make other stuff that goes along that. We make the Russian tea cakes or Mexican wedding cookies. They're little snowballs. And then I have a list of other things. And then I have another one. They're called Mormors. It's a European pistachio almond cinnamon cookie. It's like
Delicious.
It's a tea cookie. They were given to me on someone's deathbed. It was a bakery in Europe that they ended up sharing the recipe.
Where's the screwdriver?
Those are called that. And what else do we?
The Bush Noel.
Oh yes, we do a full-on Bush Noel.
For those that don't know what a Bush Noel is.
I just like looking at different ones. I mean, if you guys saw the collection, it's just insane. And we're making a master recipe book. So it's kind of like scrapbooking, but it's going to be more just digital. I have this special paper. I got the page liners that go into a Disney Mickey chef cookbook binder that I got at Hallmark.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just going to type all the recipes out and just get that. And then they're all going to be on the exact same type of page and artwork because I want it to be the style of it. Actually, I have it right here.
Now, you are more than welcome to mail me any of these to sample. If you want to keep them fresh in the mail, just put a slice of bread on top of a piece of wax paper in with your cookies, and they stay fresh. I have a lot of tricks and tips because I've had to mail stuff overseas.
Yeah, so this is the book that Hallmark was saying. It's a binder.
Yes, I saw that.
And I know it has the half recipes, and I think these are great and all. But I'm going to use the dividers, which I love. I mean, look at those Mickeys. How can you not say no?
I know, right?
And so there's this, and I'm going to take this design and print it out on a laser printer with like a happy Mickey, and then I'm just going to do it, and they're going to be just 8.5 by 5.5. And I also would like to extend that to you, since I'm a graphic designer and I use all the high-end Adobe products. If you have a PNG or a JPEG and you need to turn it into a vector, or an SVG, the scalable vector graphic, and it's pretty simple, and it's just kind of like an logo. I can actually recreate it really quick for you, so you can have the vector graphic, so you can cut it out on Cricut.
I already do that myself.
Nice, awesome.
I use Inkscape.
I just extended that out if you needed some like.
Yeah, I totally appreciate that.
But if you need an Illustrator or anything, I know it.
I
use Inkscape.
I just unboxed this ornament, and this
that one's right there.
This one sits near Doug's
tree.
Oh my
I mean, it's
gosh.
just
It's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen.
I love that. I love the chair. It reminds me of the Jetsons.
yeah. It's definitely a throwback thing from the '60s, right down to the tinsel tree.
The hanging lamp in the corner,
Yeah.
the fireplace.
Yep. But yeah,
That
it's
is- love
one
that.
of those groovy kind of things. We love this one.
Candy Mom. I don't think they still sell that particular recipe book. I remember that one from back in like the early 2000s.
This one, I don't know if Hallmark put a date on it. I actually picked it up. There's actually a specific day, and there's like a long story behind it. I actually got it in Southern California on August 27th of this year. They just
Did you
happened
really?
to have it. And they had that one, but I've seen it on and off in Hallmarks. And how I picked it up, I have no idea. I don't know if it's on their website, but I love the sketchy. Being an artist myself, I love that sketch look, and I love the Chef Mickey. So that's the master recipe book that we're creating for the villa. That
That's
has
awesome.
all the tried and true, honest to God, like the hardcore recipes I go to all the time that I use for, to remind myself if I'm making like the maple balsamic pork chops, or I'm always referencing a bunch of Instant Pot recipes, and then a lot of our baking. But we're starting to. I said I want to make a massive recipe, and then like with all my mom's scrapbook and all her recipe books, I said to her, I get dibs on all that. When they did their will and trust, which I believe everybody should go out and get one. Not to be find an attorney, definitely get it, because I've ran into a lot of this this year. They put it down that I get all my mom's scrapbooking and all her scrapbooking stuff that she ever did for the family. My brothers kind of just looked at me like I was weird, but I actually, wanted that stuff. And she's like, okay, that's fine.
Doug's the right person to keep the history going.
Yeah, my brothers will. They care, but that's not. They're just like, yeah, so what?
I'm raising my hand. Are you going to do, and this just pops in my head, are you going to go through one of those companies where you can build a cookbook to sell and then offer it for sale as a Pepper Tree Villa cookbook?
And to design, yes, I found a company that is on my, where am I?
Yeah, we have discussed that.
We have discussed with him about creating a cookbook and make it and putting it out there. There are software companies and online companies where you just kind of like pop it up. And I've always wanted to publish and create my own cookbook.
I think you already would have 1,000 people willing to buy it.
I mean, if this flows my big thing, I just need to get the rest of this year done and just get out of what's been going on.
Yeah, you guys have been doing a lot.
It's been a little heavy, and with a heavy heart at times. I want to take this channel. So we've said this quite a few times, but I'll say it in interjection, and Arnie probably will say it a little more. We have the umbrella as Pepper Tree Villa. People know the history on it. See the Pepper Tree video.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I do have to make a special announcement here. Season's greetings, Jim of More Sunshine.
Oh, Joyce Noel.
Hey, Jim.
Hi, Jim. Mr. Sunshine's in.
Okay, I lost.
When we have the master umbrella Pepper Tree Villa, we have the dots. Think those as little mini channels inside the big thing. So we have the cooking, the blogging, the traveling, the Christmassy, and the Disney. So my part is more going to the food part, and I just need to kick that in.
Excuse me, Doug.
And the massive hamburgers.
Yeah, it seems like we're going through a hamburger phase right now. I was noticing when I watched the video that we're eating a lot of hamburgers. Really, people, I love hamburgers, but I mean, what is your guys' favorite go-to food? The general concept. Some people like breakfast generally always, or hamburgers, or is it Mexican food? I'm talking the general. What is, your go-to? Mine is like deli sandwiches, sub sandwiches, or sandwiches. I love sandwiches.
Homemade quesadillas.
So you're a homemade quesadilla, and that's pretty much your go-to. If you had to find a restaurant or eat something, you would eat a quesadilla.
I would.
Okay.
Because you can't mess it up.
No, you really can't. What are the other people's? Ben and Arnie, what are your kind of like the go-to?
Candy Mom loves burgers.
Burgers? That's what I'm talking about. Is the burger thing?
Where is this broadcast?
Cargo says chicken wings. Pass me the hot sauce. Amen. The hotter, the better.
Oh man, I do love a good chicken wing.
Actually, chicken strip sounds really good right now.
You guys are making me hungry.
Yeah. You know,
Well, we're at 12:30 here in
That's making me hungry,
California time.
that's
Yeah.
making me hungry too.
So
We're gonna have to get lunch at some point pretty soon.
yeah, we got to decide on that.
Pam Spam says nachos or patty melts or omelets.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I could go for I love patty melts. That's like my go-to thing when we go out.
Yep.
Noah says hot dog.
Okay.
Mike Wheeler says the KFC mashed potato bowls.
I've not had one of those, but then again, the
Haven't
KFC
either.
near us burned down.
Yeah, hers
So-
burnt down and they haven't replaced it, and the other one's way over there. And I just
Right, I forgot about that. That's awful.
yeah, we always say our KFC burnt down.
I like going to Chick-fil-A for a spicy chicken sandwich,
Oh,
but
those
in
are-
I'll go to Wendy's for a spicy chicken sandwich.
Wendy's spicy chickens are great.
Food.
Yeah.
Do you know a trick at Wendy's? If you the half size of a spicy chicken Caesar is a massive amount of lettuce and half of a piece of spicy chicken. If
Yeah.
you order a side salad at Wendy's and you can pay an additional $1.50 for a full piece of spicy chicken, it's less than the cost of a spicy chicken sandwich.
Really? Oh, that's a good hack.
That's interesting. But lately they've been selling two spicy chicken combos for $10 where we are. So that's kind of been where we've been going with those.
Our Wendy's has a problem of over salting the fries to the point where you can't eat them.
Oh, I've
Oh,
solved
yeah.
that problem for the past years. All my salt, and then there's two folds on it. I'm so tired of everything being so sickly salty. I think our food in America is too overly salted.
Agreed.
And I come from a family of high blood pressure, and I don't want to go there.
Me too.
And we want to watch both of our things because we're getting up there. We're no longer spring chickens.
I thought you were 16.
So we always say no salt on fries. Most of the time, we also say extra crispy. What that happens is you get super fresh fries, like really super perfectly cooked fries. They're screaming hot, and they're what fries should be. Never just order fries. Always have a special.
Candy.
Plus, you get more because they had to make a special batch for you, so you get generally more per serving because they cooked and they have to give you all
Candy
of it.
Mom says my dad gets saltless fries. Mike Wheeler wants a McRib. Also loves chocolate, and more chocolate.
I don't like him.
We all know what
Has
happens
a
when
Denver
Mike eats
omelet and
too much
hash browns.
candy.
Well, see, I've done that before, and what they do at ours is they just dump it in where they would anyway, and they scoop it up with a whole bunch of salt.
Oh, that's
Yep.
that's so good.
Now ours, I actually seen it depends on what fast food place they actually use tongs that do like the claw,
The
and
best-
they take it out of the
best
basket.
place for us to get them.
That's awesome.
In-N-Out. In-N-Out does such a great job. The fries, when they're done, you order them not crispy, you order them well done, and when they come out of the fryer without salt, you're eating potato chips.
Oh, that sounds
Delicious.
so good.
Absolutely delicious.
Yeah, it is. It's heavenly.
Now, do you guys have Red Robin burgers out there?
Oh yeah, we do have that, Robin.
I bought a container of the seasoning salt because their seasoning salt is gluten free.
Oh, that's very good to know, because a lot of spices are not.
Exactly, and that's why I really liked your taco seasoning. I think that's what it was, right? Or Cajun seasoning video,
It was the Cajun seasoning that we did.
because it's gluten free. And if for people in the chat that don't know, when a company makes a seasoning mix, they actually put flour in it as a bulk up for your seasoning. So
They
when
bulk
you
And it's sometimes used as an anti-caking agent.
Yeah, it's more of a it powders.
So it's just it's sad that there's gluten in those spices. You don't want that.
Yep. So I make a lot of my own. In Wichita, there's a place called the Spice Merchant, and you can get the type of spices you want, and they either have them packaged or you can weigh it out yourself. but I make all my own seasonings because you just never know what kind of stuff's in it. Plus, you don't get all the preservatives.
Well, also when you get those pre-mixed ones.
So Cargo says she's never had a McRib, and Jim says, you're not missing anything, Cargo.
You're not Cargo.
Bluno says, I have yet to go to a Red Robin. So I'm asking Ben, what do you recommend?
Whiskey River Barbecue Burger.
There you go. I knew that's what he was going to say.
I get mine.
And get the root beer floats because the root beer floats are bottomless, and they will give you one to go.
Ah. See, I love the bottomless fries and the bottomless drink at Red Robin.
I get the bottomless broccoli.
Bottomless broccoli. That's amazing. That sounds great too.
Cruciferous.
I do love my cruciferous vegetables. Oh man.
Candy Mom says, I think Red Robin is overrated. That makes me sad. That's like one of my favorite burger places to go.
What I love is Fuddruckers. That seems to be my new hot, like...
I've never eaten at a Fuddruckers. They don't have it in the Midwest.
Their buns are absolutely, again, that's a bread thing. Their buns are absolutely heavenly.
But at Fuddruckers, you get your burger just plain, and you can build whatever you want from their condiment bar. They have everything on the side. And they're delicious.
I want a Whataburger.
I've not been to Whataburger.
Oh, you need to come down to Oklahoma and go to Whataburger.
Yeah.
I have a friend in New Mexico. He loves Whataburger.
My friend Sean in Tampa likes PDQ. And every time he goes to PDQ, he asks for their chicken strips. And I'm a big fan of chicken strips.
Mm-hmm.
Cargo does not have Red Robin in Canada. But you've got Tim Hortons.
Yeah,
So,
you get Tim Hortons.
You get
So
Tim Hortons. You know, I really want to go to Tim Hortons.
Blue Nose. I like sweet potato fries. I love sweet potato fries.
Yeah, sweet potato fries. Who was it that asked that? There it is.
Blue Nose.
Do you like sweet potato fries? Yeah, absolutely.
Did you see? I don't know if you guys follow anything with Universal, but Halloween Horror Nights, they had a sweet potato. They had a s'mores fries, and it was made with sweet potato fries and marshmallows and chocolate chips and chocolate sauce. And I'm like, I want to recreate that at home so bad.
You see, Cargo has a Timmy's less than 5 minutes away.
What Timmy's?
Tim Hortons.
Oh, no, it's not luxury.
Excuse me.
What is wrong
My
with
friend-
me?
My friend Scott used to live in Canada. And so, yeah, he's been to Tim Hortons too.
Many times.
Many times. So when he goes home to Canada, he goes to Timmy's. Oh, wow. We have Burger Priest and The Works in Canada. That's Jonathan. Ugh. Sounds good to me.
I'm getting hungry.
Oh, man.
Oh, whoops. It's okay.
Now we're starting to get the top layer of this particular tote. And we'll be in business with this one. One more done. Then we get to decorate the tree.
The tree. Where's my lights?
See, Mike Wheeler says, I love crystals even though the White Castle is better. I've never been to White Castle.
I've never been to White
You know,
Castle.
and I've been all over the country, but I've never eaten at White Castle.
I've been to White Castle, but I forget what it's like. So I'd have to go back and verify, which I don't mind doing.
Candy Bump says White Castle was horrible.
In Salina, Kansas, which is about an hour from us, they have a place that's similar to White Castle, but it's called Cozy's. And they're actually nationally known. And people come to Salina to eat cozy burgers.
Okay.
That's interesting.
I'll have to go to Salina. Oops.
Yes, let me know when you're there. It's only an hour away.
Yeah,
I do
road
want to
trip.
go to Missouri and Kansas City because if you're going to really go into the history of Walt, which we have a lot of that in Los Angeles and Southern California, and also here up in the Northern California, is that there is the Marceline train station. There is Marceline. There's the actually first Walt Disney Studios in Kansas. The actual brick building is still there, and they are preserving it. There's an organization out there. They're saying this is actually the Kansas City studio, the actual building that Walt Disney worked. I like going back to way back in the past. That's one thing I wouldn't mind doing, is haunting Kansas and Missouri.
Okay, and let's see.
Someday.
Jim.
So many things.
Jim is saying White Castle is great. I had about a dozen of the Impossible White Castle sliders this summer. My dad likes Bojangles fried chicken in the States. Bojangles. That's Jonathan. And then Cargo says, OMG, Mike, I went to Checkers before, and it was amazing. Because Mike really says, I like Checkers, which up north they call rallies.
Rallies.
Yeah, out here in California, they call it rallies, too.
I remember Jack in the Box when we were living in Washington.
Yep, we've got Jack in the Box.
Yeah, I call it Jackson's Box.
Aren't they based in San Diego?
Yeah, Food Maker Incorporated.
I just call them Jackson's Box.
Cargo says we have McDonald's, Wendy's, KFC, Popeyes, A&W, Burger King, Arby's, Harvey's, and Swiss Chalet. My dad talks about when he was dating my mom millennia ago, they had the Mama Burger, the Papa Burger, and the Baby Burger.
A&W.
Yes.
In stereo.
I'll say, like, oh, it was like, what? You owe each other a Coke now. Because that was, like, right together.
Pam's Fam says Del Taco in Seattle. We have a Del Taco just down the street.
Del Taco!
We have the Jack
Oh, I
in the
miss Del
Box just
Taco.
down the street.
Lately, we went to Del Taco, and this was last year. And as you get older, your taste would slightly adjust, and they get slightly sensitive. Things that you didn't like as a kid, now you could totally eat now because they either the texture or the taste. But we went to Del Taco, and I tried it, and I didn't say anything. And then another time, I said to Artie, I'm like, I have to confess to something. Del Taco is super, super salty. I'm getting very sensitive to stuff being too salty. I mean, it was like really like a salt lick. And when I actually did the research, their stuff is actually not that good. I mean, I was dying. Had way too much salt for me.
Idaho has a burger place called Zips. I only ate at it once. I was with a friend on a road trip to her parents' house in Idaho, but it was pretty decent. It was good. It kind of reminded me of Sonic.
Oh, and Jeff Branna is saying Popeyes? Yes.
Love Popeyes.
Hey, Jeff, how's it going? Good to have you here.
Good to see you yesterday. He was at our family's reception.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Arnie missed out.
I did.
Wow.
Well, Jim, thanks for joining. Have a great Sunday. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, we have to say bye to the gym.
Yep.
Bye, Jim.
Okay, fine.
But yeah, we're for Jeff. If you're just joining us, we're busy unboxing yet another tree here at the villa.
We're making Christmas,
and we're talking about food.
And I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, right.
Oh, look, Ant-Man.
Yes, thank you, Mike. Make sure everyone to hit the like button for our hosts, Ben, Arnie, and Doug.
That's what it is.
Dun, 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 dun.
You must have gotten after Christmas because it doesn't have a hook.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Ant-Man is going to be new on the tree this year.
Oh, yeah.
Do you date them? Like, do you put a date, like write a date on the box or on the bottom of like a foot or something to tell you the year that you get the ornament?
I used to write the date and location where I bought the box or where I bought the ornament.
Jeff was just saying, was good to see the Star of Life with Ben. Missed you, Arnie and Doug.
Who said
Thanks,
that?
Jeff.
Star of Life with Ben. That was Jeff Branna.
Jeff Branna. Ben actually was noticed in the wild yesterday.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Tell him the story.
All right. So I'm helping set up my sister's, or helping up set up the reception area, and I was working on the table where we were going to be putting the wedding gifts. and we're setting up party favors. A girl came up to me. I've never met her before, and she says, "Aren't you the guy from that Pepper Tree channel?" I'm going, "Pepper Tree Villa," and she went, "Yeah, that's it." It says, "Yeah, that's me and my brother and Doug. We run Pepper Tree Villa." He says, "Oh my gosh, a guy that used to work with Arnie, or a woman that used to work with Arnie, told me about your channel, and I've subscribed and I watch, and you guys are awesome." I'm going, wow. First sighting I've ever had by someone who did not know me before I was on YouTube. And gotta admit, it was kind of a rush.
And we're not doing it because of that. We haven't been in the parks yet. We're not as cool as some of these people yet, where you can walk in all the parks and
they stop.
You don't
and
even
say,
need your
"Ooh, ooh,
T-shirt.
yeah."
You know, wear a T-shirt that you're.
It's funny, the people, some people that get recognized all the time, two real geeks, Danny and Jess. They'll walk into Six Flags, and people will actually stalk them in the park.
That's cute.
And not just them, but the management of the park does too. They're fans as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's hysterical.
But
That's great.
like Doug said, we're not doing this to be recognized or to do it.
We're never going to be Resort CD1
No.
or Corey Meets World.
No.
They live there. They're on it. They're huge.
Yeah,
they're a different league.
But we're just having fun with what we're doing.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, if someone's going to recognize me for that, I that's flattering.
Right.
But it's not why I do
We're
videos.
spending our time and energy and effort into this because we don't have, it's not something we have to do. We want to do because it's fun. We've
fun.
met a lot of cherished things. This year has been actually, for some of the funky things that's happened, more better things have happened.
Yeah.
Really heartfelt.
Where did you guys get the pineapple ornament?
Which one?
This one. It's a Hallmark.
Oh, that was an estate sale.
See, another estate sale find.
That is an estate
This
sale.
is cute. I really like this pineapple.
That reminds me of How I Met Your Mother.
A pineapple ornament?
Well,
Yeah.
what would remind me more of How I Met Your Mother was if we had a blue French horn ornament
Or a yellow umbrella.
or a yellow umbrella.
A yellow umbrella would do it, yeah. Oh, wow.
What's that?
My sister picked this up at Macy's. It was
No, she was bored on her iPad and she clicked and shipped.
she got it. It's a Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade 2019, which will be, gosh, in less than 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
Man.
So do you host like Thanksgiving and Christmas, or you pretty much always go to places?
Me?
Yeah.
We go to my parents. My parents actually only live 10 minutes away in the next town over.
Okay.
So we go over to my parents. We will go over on Tuesday evening, and I will bake pies with my dad, which I have done since I've been little.
Cool.
And then my brother and his family should be coming down sometime on Wednesday from Iowa, and we will do Thanksgiving at Mom and Dad's.
Wow.
Okay.
And
So
we will do.
is it just you and you have one sibling? Is it just you and your brother?
I have two. My oldest brother he's 19 years older than I am now, so 53, and my youngest brother just turned 47.
Mike Wheeler is here saying,
Your younger brother and I are the same age.
Mike Wheeler is here saying, Ben, you'll have a better chance of recognizing me in the wild than me recognizing you.
Why does Mike do that?
And then
That
just
is feel
Unless I'm shooting off my mouth, Mike, and you hear me over a wall.
Why does Mike?
Jeff Branna is here saying, Tammy wants to know if you guys know Magical Kinda Mama. I do not.
Who's Magic Kind of Mama?
Yeah,
What-
Jeff, tell us in the chat.
Let us know.
Yeah, please let us know. Who's Magical Kinda
What is
Mama?
that?
I am the youngest of 3 by 16 years.
Oh, wow.
My brother was going into his junior year of high school when I was born.
Wow.
Everyone thought I was his daughter, and that somehow he had gotten paternity rights. And people are like, nope. He's like, it's my sister, and they're like, well, if it's your sister, why are you carting her around? Why are you taking care of her? Well, mom's at work. Dad's gone with the army. That left me.
That's just a little awkward.
So I mean, to this day, people go, "How's your dad?" "Oh, he's good. He is, at home watching Hogan's Heroes." No, Lena, we aren't talking about your grandpa. How's your dad? How's Howard? Oh, he's doing fine.
Oh my gosh.
We just nod and go on with it after 32 years. So, growing up was fun. My brothers would be home for Christmas or Thanksgiving, and one of my girlfriends would want to go do something. And so, just to bug them, I'd go, "Daddy, can I have $20?" And he'd go, "Sure, honey, here you go. Have fun." And my brothers would be like, "What?" And I'd say,
That's just
"Oh, Dad, I need to fill up the car with gas." And so he'd hand me the credit card and go, "Make sure, do it when you get back, and grab you and your friend something to drink while you're out."
that's
It was great.
wrong.
It
That
was
is
great.
just wrong.
So Jeff clarified who she is, the magical kind of mama.
Uh-huh.
She does some kind of Disneyland tips for moms with little kids, and she has an Instagram account.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. We don't kind of go after there's tons of beautiful channels. Oops, sorry. Making you guys sick. There's a lot of amazing ones. They're called, mom's panels or, tips and tricks of how to do anything Disney or related with children. I think parenting now, people run to how to do parenting on YouTube.
That's true.
They find out what everybody else is doing.
Well, it kind of helps.
Well, it does. It's because it's like it gives you the heads up, and if you're trying to figure something out and you're wanting to know what to do to make an informed decision, it doesn't hurt to say, "Hey,
Yep. Hold on. We need to make sure that these are all going in the right area and all that. I've kind of lost track. Oh dear
Well,
Lord.
this tote was not quite formed anyway, so it's okay.
Okay.
It was kind of mismatched with things,
Okay.
so we're okay.
We're trying to squeeze in some of our new acquisitions over the past years with some of our existing totes, and we're finding that we may have to go out and get another tote or do our magic with another tote that's already there and pack everything.
Renzo Channel, welcome to the chat.
Who's that?
Renzo Channel?
Oh, hey.
Hello, Renzo Channel. Thank you for joining. Good to have you.
Yes, Mike, I think what Doug is trying to say that kids tips is just not the demographic of PTV.
Yeah, or we just follow. We follow. It's just not.
It's not what you do. It's not what your videos are about.
I don't need to watch other people's videos that contain. It's about children. That I have some beautiful nieces and nephews. I have a lot of kids. Just when I look for channels or I do stuff, it's like,
well, you're gonna watch stuff that interests you.
Yeah, I know. How things work with parents and how they do with children.
That's the beauty of YouTube. There's a little bit of something for everybody.
Agreed.
Okay, now let me put this. Oh, yeah, we want this one here too. We're almost done with this one. That's good. That's what, 3 totes or 2?
I think
I've lost track.
that's 3.
I think that was 3.
For those of
I
you
didn't
watching,
say that very convincing, did I?
there's just
Thank you,
so
Dan, for
much.
putting in all those links over in the chat.
Sorry, what was that?
I said,
Oh,
told Pam, thanks for putting all the links into the chat to
Oh.
support PTV via PayPal. Always, never required, but always appreciated. And then the PTV support channels.
Thank you, Pam. Okay, let's see. This one goes on this tree, so I'll just hang it here for now. Get it out of the way.
Sure. It's a big lollipop.
A big lollipop. Some of the ornaments behind me, that's not where they go on the tree. I'm just getting them up and out of the way.
I was noticing because I'm like, there's tags. That's not the right one. I didn't know.
Yeah, they don't stay on the tree
Kinda-
there. Everything's going to come off that I've put up there. It's just to get it out of the way.
So, what do you guys like to do for a vacation other than Disney?
No, that's an odd question because I don't know. Because we've never pretty much have done.
No, we have. We do a lot of trips around California itself. We have gone to various places. We'll go to the Sierra foothills. We'll do day trips as well. Just a lot of fun in general with sightseeing various places. And then when Doug and if I have a day off or something like that, sometimes we'll just say, let's get in the car and drive. And that's also when we will go and search out, not estate sales, but used bookstores, antique stores, things like that.
Thrift shops.
Yeah, lots of thrift shops. And then we'll go just sightseeing. One of the best trips we had was up to Mendocino. That was wonderful. We stayed at a B&B that was actually a place called the Featherbed Railroad. You stayed in a bunch of cabooses that were set up in a configuration around the grounds, and each caboose had a different theme. Very fun.
I like Hawaii.
And Blue Nose is asking, have you guys ever gone to the San Diego Zoo?
Yes, I went back in 2011. That was the last time I went. And it was actually a trip that I took to San Diego. I did the zoo, and I also caught a Padres game where they won over the Atlanta Braves 12-2, which was a feat in itself because the Padres are usually not a very good team. But the fact that they were able to beat the Atlanta Braves, who were a very good team at the time, that was fun to watch.
The Never Say Die Atlanta Braves. And Karga says, wait, what? Are there such a thing as other vacations? Lena, I'm pretty sure you just said a swear word with that question.
Hey,
Oh, that's funny.
People said the exact same thing. It's like, do you do really anything that's not associated to it? It's like,
yeah,
it's really just hard to say, oh yeah, we do, because we don't.
Jeff with the Only Passengers, thank you for joining. Good to have you here.
We like to go to Kansas City. Kansas City is about a 3-hour drive from us, and Oklahoma City is a 3-hour drive in the other direction.
Wow.
And Branson is about 6 hours.
We were in Kansas City about 27 years.
Well,
No,
this year
almost
guys
30 years now.
Singing and
Almost 30.
dancing.
Almost 30 years ago, we were there. Arnie had to sing for a wedding for a friend of ours that graduated from college
Yeah.
with us.
She was.
Oh, so I was 2 last time you were in Kansas City.
Yeah, actually, I sang in Lee Summit. So.
Cargo says, Ben, you forgot to pack cargo to take her with you to Hawaii.
Cargo, if you want to go to Hawaii sometime, let me know. We can arrange that. I love Hawaii. I haven't been in about 4 years.
Mike Wheeler's been to San Diego. I love San Diego.
San Diego is a really fun town.
The only San Diego I've been is I went to SeaWorld
I went to
and Legoland,
Oh,
but
we went
that's
to Legoland too.
but that's like via north of San Diego. It's not really San Diego. Where
It's like a half hour north of San Diego,
Yeah.
in Carlsbad.
I've not really been.
Okay, I think we've got everything out of this tote.
Been
Okay, great.
in
Let me go get
San
another
Diego.
tote.
Is there anything else that can fit into here?
Not from this tote.
Okay. Tote number 3. We're gonna have to think about lunch here because it's 1 o'clock
I'm
already.
getting a little woozy because
Yeah.
these lights are starting
So,
to go on.
Doug is getting woozy.
Oh,
You
no,
You don't want a woozy Doug.
Yeah.
we don't.
So
No.
we're still fluffing. Well, Doug is faffing with the lights now.
Still
So
faffing with the lights.
we're getting with that, and we are just about halfway through unpacking our ornaments on this tree. We will be coming back home after lunch to do this, but I think we're going to call it an end to the stream for right now.
Yeah, I think so.
Because we really do need to go eat. Lena,
Yeah,
thank you very much for hosting for us like this. It was
Hey, not a problem. It was fun.
huge help.
Appreciate it.
I'm on at 6 p.m. Eastern with Scrap Room Sunday.
Oh my gosh, that's that. You got a couple hours to prep for that.
I've got to go cook dinner.
Well,
You better go do that.
Go do that.
Lena, thank you so much for joining, and everyone here in the chat and has been here. Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. We really appreciate it.
Hey, I'm up to 151 subscribers, so thank you whoever in the chat who subscribed.
Oh,
That's
wonderful.
awesome.
Yeah, if you have not yet subscribed to Lena's channel, please go check out Paper, Scissors, and Vacations. Oh my. Someone drop the link to the channel in the description below, in the chat below. I'd really appreciate that. And if you have not yet subscribed to Lena's channel, please do so. She does some wonderful things with scrapbooking and talking about vacations. And her attempts at decorating Christmas trees are entertaining as well.
I actually left that up, so I
am so glad you did. It was entertaining. Watching Sam in the background just having fun with that, just it was great.
Yeah,
So,
thanks.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate the time. We'll be back later today with another daily dose of Disney at some point. But until now, you want to let us go?
Yeah, let's go ahead and call it a call.
Bye, everybody. We love you all.
There's a floating head.
Chronicles, thanks for coming back. We're just tying things up here, and we're going to go grab some lunch, and then we'll come back and start decorating again. In the meantime, I think we're going to go ahead and call it a wrap on this one.
Yeah.
So everyone, have a magical day, everyone, and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Yeah. We'll see you a little later with the Daily Dose of Disney at some point today. Bye, everyone.
Yeah. Mike's, by the way, right. We don't want a hungry PTV.
No. So, bye, everyone.
I got it.
Oh, he's got it.